AmeriCorps needs you now more than ever. What is AmeriCorps? It's your opportunity to help your neighbor and your nation through these difficult times. AmeriCorps members serve their communities by fighting hunger, teaching and tutoring and mentoring students, and responding to natural disasters. AmeriCorps is your chance to get involved and be the greater good. Search hundreds of opportunities and apply at joinamericorps.gov. That's joinamericorps.gov.
Please take the time to visit podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. Patreon pledges of $5 or more will now receive 2 private shows each month. In addition to the private shows, Patreon pledges of $10 or more will receive the Drunken Peasants post show after each episode of the Drunken Peasants, Ben and Billy's monthly shitty movie review, and regular behind-the-scenes vlogs with Ben and Billy. Sign up anytime to catch the future shows as well as past content. If you want to catch the post shows but you're not a patron, click the join link below this video to become a member of the Drunken Peasants channel. In addition to each post show, you'll also get special badges and emojis that you can use in the Drunken Peasants live chat. Streamlabs will be open for the duration of each episode. Click the link below to send us a message. Donations $20 and above will be read out through text-to-speech and will require our immediate attention. All donations below $20 will be read at the end of each segment. Keep an eye out for our weekly Streamlabs goal, which if we meet, we will do an extra show the following week. If you find any content you'd like to see us cover on the show, send it to drunkenpeasantsinbox at gmail.com. All submissions will be reviewed for possible usage in a future episode. Click the Discord link in our description to join the Drunken Peasants Discord. Interact with other Drunken Peasants fans in text and voice chat, as well as the peasants themselves. Visit the Google Play Store and download the Drunken Peasants app to catch the audio version of the show while you're on the road. In addition to the app, the audio-only version of the show is also available through iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, and other audio platforms. That's all we have for now. Enjoy the show.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 737. Welcome to all of you. And we have Asterios and Scott Henson back again. Welcome, guys.
Yo.
How's it going?
Good.
What's up?
I was about to shit on your sponsor because I thought it was something else.
Oh.
AmeriCorps seems like a good organization, but I thought it was Primerica, which is a pyramid scheme.
Oh, no. It's an actual non-profit organization.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
assure-
looked at it. It seems actually good. So.
Yeah.
And I assure you, when we do eventually promote a pyramid scheme, it will be
It'll
a
be
good
Amway,
one.
as God intended.
Thank Gord.
Yeah, so, quick announcements before we get into the show. First announcement, we actually have a new RSS feed. Those of you who have been following us through iTunes and other things like that, you shouldn't have to do anything differently. Those of you who don't normally consume the audio version of our show, please do. I put the links down in the description towards the top. You know, if you feel like listening to anything in the background or anything like that, basically consuming the audio version of the show helps us out a lot with things like advertising and stuff like that. So if you guys want to add us to any of the, you know, whether it's, I don't know, Stitcher or Spotify or any of those, if you could just leave us on playing in the background, consuming our content through the audio
While
way.
You do your work.
Yeah, whatever. While you
draw.
make love.
Yeah. Do it while you make love. Make a baby to the voices of Ben and Bill and Scott and Asterios today.
Yes.
What does RSS
Make a baby
stand
to
for?
my really simple syndication. Make a baby to my voice, me. Stands for really simple syndication.
He's
Scott.
practically
Couldn't be
Barry
simpler.
White.
I thought it was for like real skinny sluts.
I don't know what RSS actually stands for. I do not know.
I just said it twice.
But nobody believes you.
Google it. Really simple syndication.
That's so stupid.
Huh.
It's the internet. It was internet nerds made up all this bullshit.
Really simple. Like an official thing is called really simple.
I'm pretty
Google
sure
it.
it's rapid speed synapses.
Simpletons.
Synergy, synergistics.
Yeah, real synergistic synergize.
Real-time synergistic synapses.
Look, guys,
I can't
this
believe I'm defending a name I didn't come up with. But think about it. It is incredibly easy to subscribe to a podcast, and it's syndicated content. It comes through every week. Like,
it does.
It is
Think of
really
it-
simple syndication.
Think of it as a food pyramid for entertainment. We're here at the top. We're the cream of the crop because it always rises. And down below, you become the supporting bases.
The sky is the
vegetables,
limit,
the fruits.
And space is the place.
That's why we at the top need the biggest tax breaks, because when we get the breaks, the money will trickle down
Yes.
to you guys.
Ooh, Reaganomics
Yes.
at its best.
Welcome.
Drizzle down. I call it drizzle down economics.
So yeah, links in the below if you guys want to check us out. I've got the link to Apple and Spotify and Stitcher, but there's pretty much all different types of podcaster programs that you can look up our show and subscribe to it on there, and it'll just automatically download it every month when it comes out, or every month, 3 times a week when it comes out. That's what I meant to say.
Every month, 3 times a week.
I think you can set it for like infrequent downloads, but normally it just does it every time. So yeah, do that. Help us.
Yeah.
I'm begging you, please.
Please
Help me. Help me.
There is no greater cause right now in America than helping the drunken peasants.
It's true. It's true, and that's why.
Their metrics.
If not now, when?
Yes.
Oh, but I'll tell you what, man. These actual maniacs, lots of work. Lots of work for Ben. Ben's got a lot of actual maniac work going on because I got to ship these things to all over the world. All over the world.
There's a kid.
Almost every continent.
There's a kid in Antarctica who's getting his actual maniac.
That's one of the few continents that it's
Shit.
not happening.
Shit. I misspoke.
And none in
Shipping
Africa.
to every continent except Antarctica.
None in Africa.
Asia, Africa, South America, and Europe. Every other continent besides those.
Are we sending to Asia?
I'm sending it anywhere they order it.
Well, I mean, did someone order it from Asia?
Yes.
Yes.
Which country? Myanmar?
Yeah,
No.
we're big in Myanmar.
No.
Kazakhstan? Uzbekistan?
Kazakhstan's
Tajikistan?
easy to send to.
Kyrgyzstan? Turkmenistan? Give me a stand.
No, I'm not
Is
giving
it-
you any
is it
stands. You have no
Is it the fictional
stands.
country Mypos, where Balky Bartakamos is from?
Is that a real country?
No.
No, that's why I called it the fictional country Mypos. That's why
Nobody listens to you, Asterios.
It's almost like no.
Everyone knows it's just Greece.
No, it's not. If it was Greece, that show would have been
Greek and
offensive.
from Greece.
But because it's
Sorry,
Mypos,
Asterios. The voices in my
hysterical.
head were talking over you the whole time.
Damn. I do admire your giant jug of water.
It's too big.
All right, now I'm changing the subject before we talk about a jug of water. Yay.
We were all thinking it.
Okay, cool.
I'm a thirsty
Here we
boy.
go.
A real thirst trap.
He called me, sir. It got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow.
They're laughing at us. At our stupidity.
Wow.
Everyone like the stream and make sure you're still subscribed. That also helps out the channel. And we're going to talk about this, which is probably the most important story of this entire civil unrest that we're experiencing right here. San Jose police fire rubber bullets at own racial bias trainer during protests, maiming his testicle.
Damn. Wow.
So you got to unpack this piece by piece. So the San Jose police went under racial bias training, and their trainer was in a protest that they were working at, and they shot him in the balls with a rubber bullet and maimed his testicle.
Was that part of the training?
I guess we'll figure that out right here.
Was this in Alanis Morissette's Ironic song?
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, I think that's the hidden fourth verse of that song.
This was what happens after it rains on your wedding day?
Yeah.
San Jose.
The San Jose police shoots rubber bullets at the balls of their own racial bias trainer.
It's like when the San Jose police shoots a rubber bullet through your balls.
And who would have thought it's beep?
Well, guys, the only solution here is to give the police more money so they can hire a trainer to tell them not to shoot the first trainer in the ball.
Look,
overfund the police.
If I'm
overfund the police. What do you do when a
Overfund.
dog misbehaves? You give it more treats. And more treats. More treats. More treats.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
Dogs should not have had a coffee and an energy drink.
Look,
Why did I
guys.
do
And I'm so hyper that water is like crack to me.
you're
And I'm
super
drinking a lot of crack tonight.
This was no accident. They hired a black community activist just so they could take some aggression out on him by shooting him in the balls with a rubber bullet. The cops did this on purpose. Sick. A black community activist who trained San Jose police recruits on implicit bias for 3 years was shot in a testicle by a rubber bullet during a recent protest, prompting the city's mayor to say that more needs to be done to confront police brutality, but that defunding police will only undermine those efforts.
They were like, there's the guy that taught us that boring training. Shoot him.
That nerd.
We've been listening to him for 3 years.
There's a lot of credit for being able to tell the difference between a black person and another black person.
Derek Sanderlin, a 27-year-old community organizer, suffered potentially permanent injuries by a rubber bullet at a May 29th protest demonstration. The mayor's office said in a press release Monday. Sanderlin, who knows San Jose Police Chief Eddie Garcia personally, said he was disheartened to see how officers were treating protesters. Video captured by KABC TV News helicopter overheard purportedly showed the moments an officer fired a riot gun at Sanderlin, who had approached with his hands up.
I'd like to interrupt here and say that if there weren't cameras rolling, this story would be black man's threatening testicle almost kills innocent riot cop.
Black testicle wielding a gun.
We don't know that that's not the truth. You know how liberal media is.
It's true.
I really just couldn't watch it anymore, Sanderlin said, and just kind of made like a parallel walkover, put my hands up, and just stood in the line of fire and asked them please not do this. I paused for a moment like maybe this doesn't hurt. And falling afterwards is like the most painful experience, he said.
I was wrong.
I got
it's
shot.
The bullet that hurts.
Damn it. Sanderlin, who required emergency surgery on his testicles, said doctors told him they wouldn't be able to tell if the injury rendered him unable to father children until he and his wife tried to conceive. And I just started.
I don't know, just start fucking and see what happens.
Was this all just an elaborate scheme for him to be able to get laid? Maybe his wife was putting him off, and
Yeah, he's like, "Hey boys, could you shoot me in the dick so I can fuck my wife?"
We have to try now. My doctor said.
Yeah, we have to try. I don't even want a baby right now. No, we have to try.
Yeah.
And we can't use protection, Janice. Doctor's orders.
And I just started weeping at the thought of that. His wife, Kayla, whom he married 4 years ago, said, we do want kids, and we're very close to having kids.
You were close to having
Not
kids.
as close as those testicles were to the rubber bullet, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, man, did he turn into a white woman?
Is that his wife?
God, the bullet turned trans?
Yeah, he turned into a white woman.
Magic bullet.
I'll take that bullet.
And yeah, like it's almost like the Incredible Hulk where he grows and all of his clothes rip. His pants turned into booty shorts.
Her booty cheeks just start hanging out.
His full-length jeans turned into booty shorts.
Yeah,
they
that's what
shot me in the
happened.
dick, and now I have a hot ass. Worth it. In response to the incident, Garcia called Sunderland personally and issued a statement saying, Derek has been a real leader in our community's efforts to reduce bias and discrimination through dialogue. I assured him we will be investigating this incident. No.
We're a leader in our community before we tried to murder him.
We probably just ended your bloodline, and we definitely shot your nut off. But we're going to investigate.
We'll check it out.
We got the fucking dragnet on this one.
That makes me feel better about
we'll
it.
Give it a once over.
We got the Keystone Cops coming in to look at your fucking ball damage. It's fine.
Are they gonna cup it?
Oh no!
You gotta cup it.
The way they've treated people out here has been really heartbreaking because the chief is like a good person who's really trying to do the right thing. Sanderlin told KABC.
I like how Sanderlin talks like a Valley girl.
Yeah. Like, really? Want to be
She
a
was
good
like
person?
a good person.
Like, really a good person. His attorney, Sarah Marino, who is filing Sanderlin's lawsuit against the city and police department, argued officers were aiming for a body part that is prohibited when using those type of riot guns.
No, really?
You're not meant to aim at the groin or the head ever. Did they know that this guy's been training them for the last 3 years and they just shot him in the
all
dick?
Look the same to him.
They're like, hey, Papa.
Yes, it's these are just targets.
Yeah.
The police. They're not. Remember, the police don't see them as people.
No.
That might be the problem.
They're just black backgrounds with red and white circles on their faces and groins.
Just a guy.
It's like the world's worst fun. It's like an unfun fair.
It's a not fun fair.
It's a not very fun fair.
They did this on purpose, right? These cops shot him in the balls on purpose.
Yes.
Yeah, because you can just say there's no way to prove that you weren't aiming for the balls. You could literally just say you were aiming for any other place.
But this guy, they've been working with him for 3 years, and he's been teaching them how not to be brutal.
Was there any friction, do you think?
They see him, and the first thing they do is shoot him in the fucking balls?
Correct.
Like, that's...
I just sent you guys another article in the chat, which is like a very similar thing. In Chicago, the president of the police board.
I thought you were going to say the president of Chicago. I'm like, you do not know how politics work.
You don't know how Chicago
the
works.
sausage king of Chicago himself was in Chicago, the president of the police board, the governing body that is tasked with punishing police who step out of line, is a black guy, and he got the shit beat out of him by the cops. So you think if they would know anyone not to beat up, it would be the guy who fires them when they beat someone up.
I hope he was taking
this
notes.
Is operating under the false pretense that the people doing the baton whacking and rubber bullet shooting can tell them apart, which is a false assumption.
Well, what stops them from attacking the black police officers then? Is it just the uniform?
It's the blue uniforms.
Okay.
It's the uniform, but I think they have started attacking black police dogs who aren't wearing their vests.
That's awful.
That's not good. Leave those sweet puppy boys alone.
Leave those good boys alone.
One officer, Jared Ewan, has been placed on desk duty pending an internal investigation of his behavior.
Korean guy?
Yeah.
Not what I was expecting.
After he was seen shouting expletives at a female protester and firing rubber bullets into another man in two separate viral videos. San Jose Mayor Sam Liccardo, who has since proposed a ban on police use of rubber bullets, responded to the incident involving Sanderlin on Monday, rolling out a series of police reforms to be adopted in the city's budget next fiscal year to further hold officers accountable. In the same breath, Liccardo said defunding the police, the latest demand advocated by Black Lives Matter after the May 25th death of George Floyd in Minneapolis, would undermine those reforms and only hurt black communities.
Would it?
I don't think. I think the way a lot of people are talking about defunding police, it would be good for communities.
It's not even 100% defunding.
Of course not.
Some people are saying that, but that's the majority.
That's not what people are actually considering.
It's not saying
let's defund it from the bottom up and then rebuild it. Obviously, that doesn't mean don't fund police departments at all.
Correct.
You know,
we got to look at how many people are being incarcerated. We need to just blanket legalize weed at least. There shouldn't be people going to jail for weed.
Well, that's one thing the president could do is executive order.
Decriminalize prostitution. Decriminalize...
Wait a minute. This isn't a Billy the Fridge shopping spree. The number one priority here should be to demilitarize the police and stop them from using chokeholds and
I'm a
aggressive
narcissist.
force.
Yeah. Priority one isn't weed and whores for Bill.
I'm a narcissist.
Right, yeah.
I don't care if something's illegal. I don't ever plan on getting caught for it. It's fine. This is for other people.
Heroin, murder.
Yeah, this isn't about me. I already do all this stuff whether it's legal or not. I don't care.
So when you do what would you do when you did get caught, though? You just be like, oh, I didn't think this would happen.
Play the sweet boy defense. I got so much white privilege.
I'll be there for a front row seat.
I got so much white privilege. I walk away. I'm like, Papa, look at me. I'm so cute. You can't arrest me. They'd be like, you're right. Go home. Go home, Tubby.
They just make you a cop.
Yeah, they'd be like, put this hat on. It's like when they put a monkey in a suit and then let him do the typewriter thing. That's what they would do for me at the precinct.
And not a lot of people know that all those monkeys at all those typewriters were wearing suits.
Yeah.
Dress code.
They're authors. You got to wear a suit.
They are authors.
Yeah.
Have you guys been hitting the protests? Have you guys got into the autonomous zone yet?
I am not going anywhere near there. No thanks.
Okay, so you guys have seen me on live streams. Wherever I go, bad shit usually happens. Weird shit. I really don't want to go down in there and then draw attention to me. I don't know. I feel like it would be not positive.
Not in anyone's
Yeah, and what's going on right now, Billy? What's going on? Because what, people on the right are giving you crap because
weird fucking MAGA hat people are like, oh, you guys want to support a warlord? You can support a warlord.
So, well, let's back up. Who's the warlord and how are you supporting
There's no
him?
warlord.
Well, who's the alleged warlord and how are you supporting
They think
him?
that a rapper from Seattle they're calling him the Capitol Hill warlord or
so
something.
He's one of the unofficial leaders of the demilitarized.
He's just a guy with he's a guy with a lot of charisma who's
Is it
taken.
Macklemore?
No, it's not Macklemore. It's Rez Simone.
Is it Mix-a-Lot?
Is it
It's not Sir
LL
Mix-a-Lot.
Cool J, who
It's
the
not-
ladies seem to
It's
like?
not LL
Please
Cool
naming
J.
Seattle rappers, Asterios. Come on.
Yeah,
play
that's
the game.
true.
LL Cool J's from America, baby.
He is.
He's from everywhere. In the House, played in all 50 states.
It's Rez Simone, and they're all over here. Like, there's all these people on Twitter that are blowing him up. Like, they're gonna come get you. You're gonna spend 30 years in Gitmo. You're going to Gitmo. I hope they shoot you in the face.
They don't put Americans in Gitmo. They usually put enemy combatants in foreign
You would
wars.
think, yeah. But Donald Trump's talking about the Capitol Hill androgynous zone or whatever the media is calling it.
So this guy Raz Simone, right? Raz Simone.
Nina Simone.
It says Raven Simone, yeah, from the Cosby
America
Show.
desperately needs police reform.
Oh,
the
Kris
escalation
Chandler.
tactics and stop being
Go!
pussy.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Go.
Thanks, Kris Chandler.
Yes, Kris Chandler put us in the goal again.
Holy
second
shit.
second
That's
week
over
in a row.
100.
The real
over-
Kris Chan.
Wow.
Second week in a row, Kris Chandler got us to our goal. That is a
Chris,
very
you seem to have a
sweet
lot of
thing
money.
to do.
Would you like to, I don't know, give me some?
Buy my firstborn?
Let's talk.
So this is it right here, right?
Raz Simone said someone is creating fake tweets from my page somehow. Fake tweets that seem like they're from the past and they're from my account somehow. Shake my head. Y'all are ridiculous.
So someone's found a way to make it look like he's tweeting.
I don't know. Maybe
I haven't seen. I looked through his shit for these supposed fake tweets, and I don't see them. So I don't know what it is.
there was some tweets that had they were like from 2010, and they were just weird, like slanderous,
Country has civil
against
unrest.
gay people. I guess.
Kobe passed away. Lost my job. My dad got COVID, and unfortunately, I have became positive too.
What?
Shit's wild, fam. Thank you, DP, for the support with laughs. I
You're
hope
COVID
everything
positive?
gets better for everyone.
Yeah, I hope it gets better for you too. Thank you, and let us know if you get any better and how everything turns out for you. So
we've all got to start getting funnier right away for this guy.
Yes, it's for you, Sosa Bravo.
So
He
what
didn't
did you
say he
say?
was COVID positive. He said his dad had COVID and he is now positive.
He is positive.
Positive could be any. It could
I hope
be,
he's just positive about the future, because we all should be positive about the future.
So this was your reply to
I'm
what he
positive
said.
I have HIV.
I said, anyone more focused on your past than your future holds little value to the man you are today. Stay strong. Carry the weight of the world on your shoulders today so that the fate of the world may be in your hands tomorrow. I was writing a fortune cookie for him.
Yeah, it's almost like This is like your blanket thing that you write to all of your friends that get in trouble.
I was gonna say, I feel like you have that in like on
Copy
a notepad
paste. Yeah.
file where you just like copy paste.
I just wanted to say something sweet to Raz right now, and then all these like military mega moms and stuff are like,
yeah. Let's look at some of these responses.
I'm sure you've never held real Donald Trump accountable for his past because he has a potentially great future, however unlikely, right? And if you have mentioned Trump's past, you now have little value. I mean, that part is true, but even you acknowledged it, right? And I'm like, I'm sure my opinions of Trump have little value to Donald Trump, just as your opinions have little value to me, right? That's all I was saying was like these people have little fucking value to you. Don't let
Dan,
them don't let them
off
get to you.
Scar.
I pissed off Scar.
Oh yeah. Scar is definitely right of center. This person, because I've seen them around.
Scar got.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual lion.
No,
he also.
Yeah, it's not
even though, which is interesting because he's gay. He's gay and right wing, which you don't get a lot.
Yeah. Is Scar gay?
Yeah, he's a Disney villain. All Disney villains are gay.
That's not true.
So many are. Come on.
I did kind of feel like Jafar.
You let Adam indoctrinate you way too far.
Ursula, like every 90s, 80s, 90s Disney villain is gay.
I did feel like Jafar only wanted Jasmine for her power and not her sweet looks and body. I just said, well, just look the other way while I show support to a man who I've known for a decade and believe to be a good person, right? That's all I'm doing is showing support to my...
Oh, were his old tweets supposedly homophobic? Is that what they've got him on?
No, they're homophonic, which means they sound the same as other words.
Yeah, but he's a homophone.
He's
a homophone. Yeah, the comments were whatever, but he says he didn't make them. So like, I don't like
a homophone.
It's 10 years ago.
Sounds
it's 10 years ago, and he says he didn't make them. They just want to railroad him and throw him into a fucking. They want to take him down because he's a person of opposition to them.
Is a homophone like a very lispy woodwind instrument?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I play the it's the French horn because it's the gayest instrument. So that's the homophone.
Oh, his future is a jail cell. A jail cell.
Scar had a son, not gay. I know a lot of gay people.
I do
with
not
kids.
want to. Yeah. We know.
Only gay people are having kids now. I think that's the new move.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's...
I don't know. Everybody's like, the tolerant left strikes again. You wouldn't say this. You didn't say this about Kavanaugh. You can't say this. Like, Jesus Christ, you guys are the same fucking.
How do they know what you were
points.
saying? They don't even know what you've said.
They don't care what I was saying. A lot of these people are like, I can't wait till the troops come in and shoot you in the face. They're going to shoot you in the face. They're going to you're going to go to Gitmo for 30 years, 300 years. You're going to be locked up to the fucking Raz.
Oh.
And then me, it's like, you fucking soy drinking fat cuck. And I'm like, okay, guys, you're really original.
Yeah, you really make me want to be on your side. All the cool, nice people are on your side.
I begrudgingly respect people who still support police brutality. Like,
yeah,
like you have chosen a lane. So.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, beat me with a baton for freedom.
Yeah, and I love the people, and they all also somehow hate big government, but they love the police.
And all these people are like, oh, focused on the past. Don't let them focus on the past. Oh, well, that's what this is all about. People focused on racism and slavery.
You are going to Gitmo.
You are going to Gitmo.
For a tweet.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Do you think he meant Gitmo hugs and kisses?
You're going to get Mo hugs from me, son.
In that case, I'm going to give Mo, too.
Aww.
Give Mo, get Mo.
Yeah.
If you support Gitmo, you do not support anything America stands for. Like, it is un-American to have offshore military prisons where the rule of law in the United States doesn't exist, and we hold enemy combatants there indefinitely without trial just because we suspect them of doing something. So if you think Gitmo's good at all and you think people that you don't like should be sent there, you're more un-American than most people. Sorry.
I don't care if you're un-American or not. I really don't. I like everybody here who's they just want to bark their talking points at anybody possible. They're the lowest common denominator of intelligence. Like,
Can we just all agree that tweets from 2010 like aren't allowed to count. Like everyone posted the N-word on Twitter in 2010. We just have to just call the whole thing a wash, and you're not allowed to use it anymore.
Scott,
James Gunn gets.
Are you trying to get out ahead of all the N-word posting you were doing in 2010?
That I'm pretty sure everyone was doing it, and there's no need to scroll back in my tweets. There's nothing to see, and I still think I should be able to host the Oscars next year.
Whatever,
and I think I should still be able to
I did it too. Yeah. You know what? I posted it all over a fucking VidCon party. I spammed a VidCon party with the N-word.
Oh, okay.
This is disgusting. This is gross.
What?
I typed the N-word on Twitter, but I did not hit send.
I did not hit
I did
send.
not hit send.
And I did not enjoy it.
So here's a buddy of yours, Pescator. Right?
That means fish.
Yeah. This is the post that everybody says.
Hey, N-word. We found it.
They said, nah, Malcolm Finster ain't fat, brah. That dude just filled with semen, queer ass.
I want to be honest.
That's not even a quote.
I mean, where's the actual link to it?
Well, there was a link.
Oh, hold on. Okay, there is a link to it. There is. You know what? The fake thing. I think he should just be honest and say that he did it. The odds of him, the odds of this, the Wayback Machine having archived fake tweets back from a time before all of this happened are very slim to none. Instead of just like saying, "Oh, someone hacked me," which is like the Chris Hansen excuse.
He had a
for
different
shit.
Twitter account he was using back in the day. Maybe somebody else had this account and he got it from them because they took his name, Rez Simone, and he got the account and they tweeted this. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care.
I don't care either. That's what I'm saying. You should just admit it.
If he says he didn't do it, that's good enough for me. I don't fucking care. If he's denouncing the tweet itself and saying he never did it, guess what? That's fine with me. Let's move forward. But this isn't what people care about. They want to see him take a knee. You need to kneel, warlord. Kneel before me on Twitter, warlord.
But not during the national anthem, because that's bad.
Yeah.
You got to choose when to kneel. Then
also, if someone's neck is in front of you, you can't kneel there either, right?
Better fucking not.
I found that you can, in fact.
Actually,
for 8 minutes and 46
well,
seconds.
you know what? The cops in Seattle, there's a video of these cops in Seattle dealing with protesters because of the whole George Floyd thing, and they hold the guy down, and the one cop kneels on his neck, and the other cop like moves his leg off the guy's neck. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? So they're doing it like, I don't know.
It's like, right, kneel on his back. It's much more PC.
I think it's funny, honestly. I don't know who Malcolm.
That thing I just said. Yes, I know. I'm a professional comedian.
Yeah. It's
guys.
I'm just selling the "I'm a professional comedian" joke. No,
well, as you should. Look, boys. It's like this. It's like, sadly, everything forces us to pick a side, and it's possible that this person who you like said some homophobic stuff, and you support what he's doing now. But you'd prefer he not have been homophobic back then. Like,
I don't even think that necessarily means
the hero-villain dynamic.
I don't even think that necessarily means he's homophobic because he made a joke.
If he did, he says he didn't. That's all I care about. If he says he didn't, I don't give a fuck.
I'm staying neutral and saying I don't care if he did or if he didn't.
Yeah.
If he did, I think it's kind of funny. I think the joke was funny. Like,
I would support him more if he did.
I think it's funny. Like,
anything with N-words and gay jokes in one post, that's a win.
I would like you guys to refrain from all this debauchery. This is a sweet boy podcast. We only do sweet boy things here. This is not a sweet boy thing to do. God damn it. I will say this though.
I'm sorry, please.
These people, they just want to hold the left to their canceling ways. You can't have it both ways. You can't cancel people on the right and expect your people not to get canceled. How many people on the right ever were actually canceled? This canceling bullshit, it has only ever ended careers of people on the fucking left, it seems.
That's true, actually.
It's I think it was a fucking an ops from the right to get the left all riled up so they could then use it on the left. It doesn't.
Well, guess what? It totally worked.
It fucking worked. It's a stupid fucking thing. And you know what? It works.
Oh my God, is this real? Does Richard Spencer follow him?
I do think Richard Spencer has been supporting Rez, but like a lot of people started following Rez because they think he's like a meme. They're like, oh, he's the fucking warlord. We love it. We love it. Like all these like right conservative people think it's they're like it's a joke. They're all comparing him to the president from Idiocracy.
Well, I suppose
Terry Crews.
Yeah,
well, the character.
I assume you mean Terry Crews.
The character played by Terry Crews. See that?
He played himself. That was a documentary.
The picture there was from Idiocracy. They compared the two. It's just.
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro did something on this and called the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. He called it the beyond parody. He said this is beyond parody.
Ben Shapiro said something beyond parody. The guy who says facts don't care about your feelings, but is also extremely religious. Cool.
The guy who doesn't like safe spaces, but just wants to be able to watch sports without seeing people protest.
Oh, we'll get into that. I've got that too. I've got that too.
I'll say one more thing to try to just like move us on. I think that the other thing we kind of have to think about is like, why are people attacking this person with his old tweets? Like, this is the first I've ever heard of this guy. I didn't even know this guy existed till you guys brought him up.
No, me neither.
I've just been generally hearing about a Seattle autonomous zone, and it seems like the kind of place you guys would maybe go visit, maybe with or even
you know
without.
When I was a teenager and like a hardcore socialist / communist, I was a member
goth.
Of a yes that too, and I was a member. We had an autonomous zone in my hometown, like it was the Toledo. We called it the A zone. It was basically a place where a bunch of teenagers and 20-somethings just hung out, and we were all just communists together. That's basically all it was. It wasn't locking down
Amsterdam in season 4 of The Wire.
Kind of, yeah, because we didn't like lock down a full like city block and claim it as our own or anything like that.
Let me tell you a story, okay?
Oh.
Let me tell you the story of the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. Everybody get your fucking popcorn and listen up. They were protesting. The mayor of Seattle, Jenny Durkin, said...
Oh, shit. My bad.
It got me so humiliated.
Just there. Sorry.
So rude.
The
so
mayor...
rude.
The mayor of Seattle, Jenny Durkin, said to the protesters that the police would no longer use tear gas on them. She said they're no longer going to use tear gas on the protesters. The next day,
weapon of war, tear gas.
Yeah.
Something that even the Geneva Conventions doesn't allow.
The next day, there was a live streamer, Omari Salisbury. He was in the streets of Seattle, and he was live streaming the protests from the front lines, and they were peaceful. And the police started dumping tear gas on the crowd. He caught it all on camera to one point where he's standing up to the cops as the tear gas is pulling. He's like, "You guys are fucking pussy," talking shit to the cops because they're blowing tear gas and peaceful protesters. And he looks at the cop. He goes, "Shoot that shit again! Shoot that shit again!" The cop shoots him directly in the fucking face with another can of tear gas. 3 cans of tear gas for a non-violent protest, just because the cops were like trigger happy. So now the cops are looking like real fucking idiots because they were just told not to shoot tear gas the day before by the mayor. And what do? They take the East Precinct on Capitol Hill, they empty it out, and they leave. They say, "Well, we're not going to be here. We're not going to defend the precinct. We're not going to defend the Hill. We're leaving." And they walk away from Capitol Hill. They leave the precinct gutted. And then they put words out on the police scanner. They say that the Proud Boys are marching onto the Hill that night. And the police station is empty. And they're expecting the protesters to burn the fucking station down because they left it there. They wanted to make an example of how unpeaceful these protesters were. The protesters were sitting there waiting for the Proud Boys to show up because it was on the police scanners that they were going to show up. But they weren't anywhere. It was a fucking bullshit story the cops put out there to get everybody on high alert, riled up. And what happened? The police station's still there. Everybody's just surrounding that block. There's 6 blocks in Seattle where these people, these protesters, have made it a block party. Fox News wants you to think there's a fucking warlord. They want you to think that Raz Simone is a warlord running this.
It's Mad Max.
That's what they want you to think. It's a fucking
and worse.
It's a block party.
Warlord.
Yeah, and you could watch them on live stream. Everybody there's got their live streams going. They're young people that are scared, angry, and want change, and some weird shit goes on there because they're young people. Like the weird shit is maybe they say something that makes them look foolish. Okay. There's not people running some crime syndicate. Everybody I know that works on the Hill still goes to the Hill. They're around the neighborhood. Everybody talking about it says it's like it's like a hangout. They're watching movies on big screens and just occupying the zone that the police left.
It's kind of like the Occupy demonstrations, only for a different cause.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing where people are like camping out in an area for an extended amount. Well, the only difference is the cops ended up making them leave eventually for Occupy.
And I think the cops are ordered to stand down. One of the cops was on Fox News talking about how they've been failed by their mayor. They're not allowed to defend the.
Oh, did you see Trump's tweet about Durkin and Inslee?
He said he was going to. They failed, and he was going to send the fucking military in to fight the people.
Yeah,
to fight the people. There's a whole lot.
Trump is making it really hard to even not, like, I didn't want to vote for Biden, but now I feel like I got to vote for Biden to vote against Trump because Trump is making it so bad. Like, this is the one time where no matter how much of a cunt you are as president, like, you should be like, whoa, it's gone really far. So now I have to be a mediator. I have to be a voice of reason to bring the two sides somewhat more towards each other as much as possible, but he's more divisive.
If Biden just changed his name to not Trump and put up a Gone Fishing sign at his website, he would win in a landslide. Like, this is
the best and only thing he can do.
Yeah, this is like the what? Because recently Biden's been like, you should be shooting protesters in the leg. And I think today Biden said George Floyd's death has made more impact than Martin Luther King's death. And it's like, can we not have dead black guy power rankings? Like,
I mean, I do like to see the list every now and then.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Scott?
I do like to see the list.
See the list every now and then, so I couldn't remember what's the most important.
You know,
but I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, I was thinking back, and I remember all the times this has already happened. It's crazy that this. I think it goes back to what you said about COVID and people like having more time to sit and think and not be distracted by lives and careers and stuff, because it's weird that this is the one killing by the police that really like made it finally shit flipped on everybody. Because I'm like, this has happened so many times. And I thought back to this didn't even make national news. This was in 2005 in my hometown. These cops arrested this guy and tied him up to like strapped him down to a table, and when he wouldn't still calm down, they tased him until he died. They killed him by tasing him to death.
Fuck.
Yeah, this is the news story, basically, where the coroner, this guy's the coroner and this guy's the victim.
I wouldn't have guessed the other way around.
Right. It's weird how they put the coroner as the main photo on here, not so it makes you think it's an old white guy who was killed.
How dare they kill that old? Wait, no, the old white guy was the coroner.
Yeah, the old white guy's the.
Oh.
Yeah. So, And basically, they ruled multiple taser shocks. Ruled his death a homicide by multiple taser shocks. That's pretty bad, you know?
Yeah,
like
pretty bad, in fact.
And that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been building over a long time.
I mean, the Ferguson was a big one in what?
2016, was it? The last
16?
election cycle?
Yeah, so that was big for a while, and then you heard a lot less about it until
this election cycle,
2-3 months ago. Yeah,
I think the two contributing factors are one, like just like you guys said, a lot of people are unemployed, and also the streets are open. Like it's a lot easier to protest. Like in Brooklyn, you could protest all the way down Atlantic Avenue, because there's really not any cars there anymore. You know what I mean? But I think the second thing is that Trump just kind of keeps pouring gasoline on the fire. Whereas like in previous administrations, a Republican president would have come out with like some like nice soft words about how we need to all be peaceful.
Yeah, at least just some basic ass neutral stuff.
Yeah.
But,
right.
That's not really the vibe lately.
You have to be neutral sometimes when you're president.
I don't feel like Biden is going to be any better at calming down people, though.
I disagree.
Oh, Biden sucks, but he wouldn't stoke the flames like this at all.
Right.
I feel like he does it on
Biden
accident.
Going to accuse a 75-year-old man of being a secret Antifa sleeper agent trying to scan police radios?
That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
Like Biden is stupid, but he's not crazy. He's just an idiot.
I mean, like even Biden doing it by accident isn't as bad as Trump doing it on purpose. Like literally using radical talking points to blame one side in this. There's like cities burning right now, and the president's taking a side. It's fucking crazy.
Are we gonna get Jesse Ventura on the ticket? Is it possible?
I wish he was on Jimmy Dore yesterday.
I think we need a wrestler
we need
in the
him.
White House.
Like the problem is I don't think he could win, but we at least need him there as a symbol of someone. Get him in the debates. Let him trounce those two losers. And
he would fucking
I know.
In the debate.
Just that alone
so
would be a
good.
victory. Just getting Jesse in the debates to say the shit that everyone needs to really hear. That's what I want more than anything.
My guess is that Ventura just is like, I don't want to be responsible for being the wrestler that reelected Trump. I'm guessing that Ventura
No. He doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe in the two-party dichotomy. He he believes in a strong third party, and he believes people should run third party. He said he'd never run as a Democrat or a Republican for anything. So no, he doesn't believe in that, like, don't vote for the lesser or just vote for the lesser of two evils type thing. Like a third party.
It's a lot easier to, he can, and I know he says that kind of thing. It's a lot easier to say that when, like, again, there isn't a guy in the White House who's accusing a 75-year-old man of being a secret sleeper agent trying to scan a radio. Like our principles, like at some point they reach the water's edge and we go, maybe I'll run third party in 2024 when it's funnier to run third party.
Jesse Ventura is not getting any older. This should probably be his last time possibly running.
Hold on.
Or younger,
He's not
rather.
getting any older?
I meant younger.
The aging process?
Yeah, he's Ponce de Leon. What can I say? Yeah.
Well, hey, just to wrap this up, like Billy, if you ever do head down there, obviously, I imagine you wouldn't need to bring your cameras. You just go down there to check the place out.
He does.
I'd love to hear like a report on the ground from like just how are things, because I'm someone who, again, I only really started hearing about this just today when Trump started tweeting about it.
I want to bring my cameras. What are the points against bringing cameras?
People will know where you are and who you are.
Why can't you just go somewhere?
Yeah.
So if there's anyone who wants to start.
I think the reason not to bring cameras is to just, take the temperature of the place first, see how it is.
I think I know how it is. I think it's just fine. And I think taking the cameras in there to show, people are going to be like, yeah, this is actually pretty chill. This isn't some sort of war zone that they want it to be.
Yeah, I'm more afraid of what the police would do than the other people there. I'm sure there's going to be bad faith actors.
Police aren't there
right now.
It's free. It's free.
Eventually, police will move in if it goes too long. It'll get bad there.
We'll see. Jay Inslee said he spoke out against Trump and said that we don't bring the military against our own fucking people. So we'll see what they're planning. We'll see what they're gonna do.
The National Guard killed a bunch of kids on a college campus in Ohio back in the day.
Yeah, I bet.
That was Yeah, there's a Neil Young song about it.
Called Ohio.
Yeah. Where they there was, and the protest there wasn't even close to as bad as what's going on now, where there's buildings burning and looting and stuff.
I feel like bringing the cameras into these zones, it protects the zone. It protects things from that from happening. If you have the video.
Well, Billy, the reason I suggested that you don't go down there with cameras is just, because it's do whatever you want. I'm not telling you what to do. I mean, it sounds like you haven't gone down there either way.
Yeah.
So whether or not you bring cameras is kind of irrelevant. But whether you bring cameras or don't, I'd love to see how it's going down there.
Yeah. I was asking you, why shouldn't I bring cameras, basically?
Because I think it's important. Because maybe, I mean, I don't know. I could see the argument that you don't want to turn people's racial injustice protests into 24/7 content. But I can also see your point that bringing attention and footage to it and showing people that it's a peaceful place could be a very helpful tool. I could see both sides of it.
That was my thought, is if I go down there and I am on camera, it'll let people know that it's not some fucking crazy war zone, because that's what they want to paint it as right now. And from everything I've heard, it's literally just people hanging out.
You're gonna end up fighting in Thunderdome till the death against Master Blaster.
That's what I'm worried about, because that type of stuff happens to me without being occupied.
Yeah.
That literally happens to me just going to the store. I end up in a Thunderdome. That's why I haven't gone down, honestly. Because I haven't gone down because I have a sign on my back that says "Bring Thunderdome." I swear.
You are asking for
everywhere
I
go. I get Thunderdome. It has nothing to do with the protest, and I am worried. That I'll bring Thunderdome to the protest. I fucking am worried about that. That's why I haven't gone down. I don't want to bring my brand of unruliness.
You know what you need? You need to move beyond Thunderdome.
Ooh. Number 3.
I did go to San Francisco, and I got to drive across the Golden Gate Bridge when it was completely full of protesters all the way across. That was a sweet sight to see. It was a cute sight.
So there's a lot of
I didn't protest because I was the bridge was full. As I was driving by, I didn't realize there was a protest. I'm driving by.
Just recently?
Yeah, this was last week. It was last Saturday. And I was driving by the bridge. I was like, oh my God, the whole bridge is full of people. And I thought to myself, if I find parking and walk up there and get into the middle of all that, it's going to be a whole lot of work, and I am fat. So
also, the bridge will collapse. So
possibly I might have been the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah. So I just did the whole honker thing and wave thing. I was like, wee, and drove.
You were like the Pope, basically.
Yeah. And then
what were you doing in San Fran? Gay sex?
Just gay sex.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Cool.
Just gay sex.
And then the Pope.
And then I went to Santa Rosa, and I was getting a sandwich in Santa Rosa, and I was driving away, and there was a protest that just showed up in the middle of the street, and I was stuck in the middle of the road with all the protesters coming by. It was cool to see everybody doing something at least. I'm sitting there man, I would love to get out and walk with them, but my car is stuck here on the road because I didn't know this was happening, and also I don't want to get a cough. I'm still scared of COVID. Is that
want to get a cough?
Is that wrong?
That was 2 months ago.
Is that wrong that I'm still scared of COVID? I don't know.
It's funny how people
after protesting started, COVID stopped.
Yeah, protesting is the cure for COVID. Did you know that?
I better go out and protest. Cops TV show canceled amid unrest over death of George Floyd. 33 years. I remember being a little baby, a little kid, and the show started.
This was groundbreaking, right? Is groundbreaking a term you can use for Cops, the
Cops
TV show?
invented reality television.
Well, yeah. Everybody says that Real World invented reality television. Real World just killed MTV. Real World killed the video star.
It was the beginning of it, the beginning of the end for MTV.
Yeah. And I remember the Cops, this COPS thing coming up on the screen, and me reading out Cops, and my dad being impressed that I could read Cops because I was that young. He was like, "Oh, you could read. That's great." And I was like, "Yeah."
He was 12.
I was 12. But this is the 33rd season for Cops, and it's been on the Paramount Network, which used to be Spike TV for the last, I don't know, few years. So it's basically been off air anyways. Nobody watches the Paramount Network. Cops has officially been canceled at Paramount Network. The definitive news that the series won't return comes only 4 days after Variety exclusively reported that it had been pulled from the schedule. Cops is not on the Paramount Network, and we don't have any current or future plans for it to return, a Paramount Network spokesperson said in a statement. Cops coming to Fox News. The original decision to hold Cops was spurred by nationwide protests against police brutality following the death of George Floyd. Cops originally launched on Fox in 1989 and has come under fire in recent years for
89, wow.
Yeah. Was it only 89? I was 6. I shouldn't be able to read the word fucking cops. I don't feel so impressive anymore.
I can see you having not learned to read at age 6.
I guess so, yeah.
I can definitely see that. I can see
maybe
you
5
having
or 6.
not learned to read at age 37.
I said 12.
Yeah. I still don't know how to read.
Yeah.
The series was the subject of a recent podcast hosted by Dan Tabierski, Running from Cops, which chronicled hundreds of episodes of the show. Tabierski and his team detailed instances where people were coerced into signing waivers and how production allows police to edit and remove anything that might paint them in a negative light. Man, how great would it be if we got the Fox tapes and just had the next season was all the bloopers where the cops look like total dumb fucks? That would be good. Let's bring the final season of Cops. Cops
getting
but
owned.
Bloopers.
Yeah. Fox aired 25 seasons of Cops, pairing it with America's Most Wanted on Saturday nights for 14 years. Most Wanted moved to Lifetime in 2011 and was eventually canceled. Cops, meanwhile, got a new lease on life in 2013 when Spike TV ordered new episodes and paired them with repeats. Spike was rebranded as Paramount Network in 2018. La-da-da-da. Fuck off.
So
Goodbye.
So let's trace the history of the Paramount Network. So right now it's Paramount. Before that it was Spike. Before that it was TNN, the national network. Before that it was TNN, the Nashville network. And that's when it was good because it had ECW.
Yeah, the first ECW taping for TNN was in Toledo.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you there?
I was there. They only aired a little bit of that later as part of a compilation.
Was that Raven coming back?
Yes, and it was it was so brutal that it did get cleared for air, most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says Live PD is currently the #1 series on cable on Friday and Saturday nights and follows cops and sheriffs live in real time as they patrol various cities and counties across the country. I heard Live PD got canceled as well.
I've never even heard of that.
Okay, that says right there that it did, yeah. Yeah, it was the #1 series on cable, and it was live streaming Cops. Cops are live streaming now on the job on YouTube.
So that's better than a produced television show.
Well, it probably isn't better. These cops in Portland had like a DSLR camera, and they were there at the riots on the other side live streaming, and they were having to change the batteries of their camera like every 30 minutes because it was like a full-on heavy camera, and they didn't prepare for live streaming because they're not live streamers. They just want to have some sort of visual on their side to show people.
Sure. They want visual insurance.
Yeah, and it was like at about 11 p.m. every night in Portland, it would turn into a frickin' riot, and the cops would start tear gassing and fighting. Lender the Lantern says, Billy, can you say something sweet about Ben, please? Yes, of course. Ben is the heart and soul of Drunken Peasants.
Oh, that's nice.
DSLR, what's that stand for? Dick sucking lips? Really?
Really?
Comma, really?
DSLR is the dick sucking lip recorder.
Ooh.
That's what the camera's for. Could you imagine not having dick sucking lips? Oh my God.
I can't imagine not having them.
Can you imagine?
I can't imagine a life without them.
Oh shit. All right. So I wanted to play this. I forgot that this existed until a few minutes ago, so I downloaded it. Chris Hansen, who's now he's kind of fallen off the Onision thing. He's interviewing victims of this emo rock star from the early 2000s now, which it seems like there's way more evidence on than Onision. So, but listen to this, how he tries to work in his current investigation with the whole George Floyd thing. No. Yeah.
You know, I see something else interesting, and that is that a number of the girls, now young women, who I've talked to and interviewed for this case, are also involved in the protests, the Black Lives Matter movement, in the aftermath of George Floyd's murder in Minneapolis. Do you see any parallels there?
Why don't you have a seat over here?
Do you see any parallels? Do you see any parallels with getting molested by Davi Vanity and wanting black people to have rights? Do you?
As a matter of fact, I do. Here's why it's about me.
Right. Ugh. He's such a snake. I don't know.
I want to see how she handles this. Oh,
that's the end of that clip. Yeah. Damn it. Her answer doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, it'd be interesting to see, but it's like, whatever. She's either going to pander to him or be like, no, I don't think so. I think she's going to pander to it and be like, yes, we're brave civil rights leaders too. Like, what? Check this out. I knew Billy was going to like this story.
Doctors in China removed fish from man's rectum after he accidentally mistook it for a Billy the Fridge actual maniac. No! After he accidentally sat on it. Hey guys,
the best of us.
I accidentally sat on this fish and it accidentally swam in and out of my ass for about 48 minutes until I completed all over the floor. Could you remove it, Doc? In a bizarre incident, a team of doctors in China removed a fish from inside a man's rectum after he accidentally sat on it. The 30-year-old sought medical attention at the Zhaoqing First People's Hospital in Guangdong province of southern China after experiencing abdominal pain. According to a Daily Mail report, a series of CT scans and X-ray reports revealed a dead blue tilapia.
You see this shit? There's a video of the fish getting pulled out of the guy's
You don't accidentally sit on a fucking blue tilapia, my dude. This guy put a fish up his ass and had no exit strategy.
No. Didn't think it through.
Though doctors tried to remove the fish through an emergency endoscopy, the fish was found to be too big, so they deep fried it, dropped it in some tartar, and had a feast. It was later removed through surgery, the Metro reported. It is unclear how big the fish is, but blue tilapias usually measure 30 to 40 centimeters long.
Damn, that's a foot or more.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fish for a butt.
Yeah.
I must say.
A foot long.
I'm going to go on record. That's more fish than I've ever put in my butt.
I've maybe like tickled the rim with a fish stick.
With a fish dick?
With a fish stick. Come on. You know?
With a fish stick?
Like a Gordon's fisherman. Just tickle the rim, get a little grease on it.
Do you like fish sticks?
I love fish. Oh, I don't eat them anymore.
Are you a gay fish?
I used to love fish.
Gay fish?
I used to love fish sticks. I would eat an entire pan of fish sticks.
But what a great audience.
What a great audience. Hey, Doc, I accidentally sat on this 3-foot fucking tilapia.
Yeah, Hey, Doc, I actually accidentally said on this marlin that's now coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, the little sword tip is poking through your mouth.
Hey, Doc, my dick might not be 12 inches, but it sure smells like a foot.
Everyone watching right now, please like the stream. Like the stream. Like the stream. Also, if you didn't hear my spiel earlier, links down below in the description. If you would like to support us by downloading our audio feed, I recommend all of you do it. You know what I think I'm going to start doing on the audio feed is I'm going to record the madness of what goes on before we go live and just after, and put that in the audio feed only.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a clever idea.
Yeah. Yeah, because usually there's a little bit of conversating that goes on for 10, 20 minutes sometimes, depending on what's going on. So there's a little bit of extra. There's an extra nugget in there for you guys if you download the audio version. So, yeah.
Gotta
Take
do it.
my money. Just got off of a 13-hour shift. Now I have Asterios dulcet tones to soothe me. Today in 1837 the Broad Street riot occurs in Boston, due to ethnic tensions between the Yankees and the Irish.
Remember when the Irish were a minority? A racially oppressed minority? Those were the days.
You know what? Like, literally Irish, which sounds crazy because they're the whitest people on earth, but Irish people weren't technically considered white at one point. Like
hilarious.
What was white was like really specific. Like even Polish people or Slavs in general weren't considered white either. It was like you had to be like Northwestern European, like I guess like, but not Celtic. You had to be like Nordic.
No, you had to be
Germanic.
You had to be Prussian. The only way you could be white is by being Prussian.
Hey, well, that's like Germanic. So
You have to be from North Germany, and that's it.
It's weird. The definition of white became more inclusive.
Did I ever tell you about the time I met the Prince of Prussia in Los Angeles?
I don't think there is a Prince of Prussia.
I have terrible news for that man. His country has been dissolved.
For a very long time.
Yeah, there's a guy that goes around Los Angeles claiming to be the Prince of Prussia, and he gets on people's like party lists and
Is he
stuff.
a scammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him one night at I was down there for the release of that Lord of the Freaks movie that Alki David made, the Battle Cam movie.
Yeah.
I was down there at the red carpet thing, and he met up with some Scuff's Justin Carey and his girl at the time, and he was like trying to scam his way into parties. And he's like, yeah, I'm the Prince of Prussia. And they're like, dude, Scuff Justin Carey's like, bro, it's the Prince of Prussia, bro. We're hanging out with the Prince, bro.
For a while,
okay.
And I heard the King of Siam is coming later.
I'm the president of Yugoslavia, and I'll be there soon as well.
Yeah.
The president of Czechoslovakia is coming with me too.
Yeah. I looked it up, like, because I remember it from the night before. I was like, man, was that guy a fucking prince? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I looked it up, and it's like he's a known. He might not even be the only scammer. It's a known scam in Los Angeles, and the guy gets brought in.
The Baron of Rhodesia?
Yeah. I'm the emperor of the Ottoman Empire.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm Constantine.
Oh, fuck you, man. We got some beef to settle.
Oof. I'm just saying.
That's why I changed that shit to Istanbul. I was tired of Constantine.
If you guys were in Los Angeles, this Rhodesio, the Rocketeer of Rhodesio stick could get you into some parties.
Okay.
It could
the Rocketeer.
I'm sure it could.
Did Asterios leave to get a drink, or is he off camera because he doesn't want to be affiliated with the Prince of Prussia?
Is he protesting dead countries?
Poland used to be divided half and half between Prussia and Russia.
Yeah.
It was partitioned.
It's funny that there were two countries that just rhymed that were fairly near each other.
Yeah.
There's a petition to replace Robert
It's like having
E. Lee statue.
Canada. It's like America. It's like the United States being called Manada.
Manada, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, I guess this is on Loudwire. It's a music website, but they want to replace Robert E. Lee with Oderus Urungus, who I believe is from Virginia.
That's sick.
His real name is Dave. I've actually had dinner with
Dave Urungus. It's his real last name.
His last name is Brocky. Well, he's dead now, But that's like, it's cool. Like, I say yes, do it. Odorous Arungus.
Or, okay, let's compromise, because it's going to be a tough sell for some people, right? Obviously.
Nobody.
So let's put Robert E. Lee in a Gwar costume. I think that way everybody wins.
How about Odorous Arungus impaling Robert E. Lee on a giant spike and then jizzing on him with his giant rubber penis that squirts weird alien jizz? Because that's what happens at a Gwar show. Odorous Arungus had a giant prosthetic dick that would hang like almost down all the way down to his ankles. It was huge, and he would like stroke it, and it would shoot this like weird green ectoplasmic jizz all over the crowd. Like crazy. When I saw Gwar, he took a giant sword and cut off the head of the Pope, and just fucking crazy blood just shoots everywhere all over the crowd. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Great show. One of the best bands ever.
It's beautiful.
A friend of mine played bass for Gwar for probably 8 years. And it was really cool. And when I was living in Albuquerque, they came to town, and I got to eat Brazilian barbecue with them all and get into the show and see them get into their costumes and shit.
One of the guys,
pretty awesome.
One of the guys that designed one of my fucking punk rock jacket, he toured with Gwar a little bit too.
Oh, cool.
He makes big ass shit like they use on stage.
Is that the same guy who did Mind Belly?
I think, did Noel do Yours Alone?
Yeah.
Yeah, Noel worked with a guy named Squirrel, and Squirrel was the guy that that was touring. But jacket time.
Yeah. Noel gave me mine for free and told me to tell people that he charged me $500 for it. It was very interesting.
He charged you $500 for it.
I still don't know to this day why he just gave it to me for free. But
he wanted you to wear it. He liked you.
He did like me, and I did wear it. So I guess everyone got what they wanted.
Yeah.
Robert E. Lee is a failed war general that supported a racist cause. So,
I mean, he does have a lot of statues for the guy that lost.
There we go. Look.
That is interesting.
Look at that. Would be a way more epic statue. Keep the horse and get rid of Robert E. Lee.
That would be. What if
I think the horse should have more armor or something.
What if it was just the horse? Like, even if they just took Robert E. Lee off.
Didn't Robert E. Lee not even die during the Civil War? Didn't he just go to jail for a little while and then get out? I think Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederacy, he just got arrested and went to jail. And then when he got out, he went up to Canada and lived there.
Yeah, he hid for a while, right?
Yeah, I mean, people wanted him dead, and it's crazy how you can be the leader of a rebellion against your own government and then just do 10 years. I don't understand that.
Yeah, let's just put Arungus on the statue. Who could say that was a bad idea? Arungus was a son of Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put him on. Put him on.
Let's see. Huh.
Trump's like, we can't erase history. He's like, you want to take George Washington statues down because he owned slaves?
So I guess President Andrew Johnson pardoned people.
Yeah.
So there was an amnesty oath. So I don't even know if Lee did much time at all, which is really weird.
Yeah, same thing as Nixon. If Nixon had been on the wrong side of the Civil War.
Oof.
Let's see.
Hold on, everyone shut up for a minute. Kris Chandler just actually sent me money, so shout out to the real Kris Chandler.
Hey!
Thank
Yes.
you very much. I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes. And
you're the man. Or woman. I don't know what you are.
A man. Kris Chandler's a man.
A man. Did you hear about the country band?
Kris Chandler.
Not Christian Weston Chandler, but the donator Kris Chandler.
Did you hear about the country band Lady Antebellum?
Yeah, I know who they are.
Yeah, they just found out their name was racist after being a band for like 15 years.
Yeah, they changed their band name to Lady
really
A.
funny.
Lady A.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because antebellum means pre-Civil War era, right?
You know, when stuff was
good.
When stuff was good.
So it's
When
like
things were chill.
It should be lady slavery age or something.
Yeah. And then
that's like a good name for a metal band. Like Gwar could call themselves
slavery age.
And then there was another good news call out here. Let me see if I can find it really quick. It's an article about Magic the Gathering. So the Magic the Gathering.
Write it?
the Magic the Gathering has banned cards from its early days.
Which contain the.
It's banned the cards Invoke Prejudice, Cleanse,
oh my God,
Stone Throwing Devils, Prodish Gypsies, Jihad, Imprison, and Crusade. Crusade's the white card that gives all white creatures like +1/+1.
Oh my God!
Really? They've banned them. I don't know if they banned them from the game, but it says the events of the past weeks and the ongoing conversation about how we can better support people of color have caused us to examine ourselves, our actions, and our inactions. Wizard said in a statement, "We appreciate everyone helping us to recognize when we fall short. We should have been better. We can be better, and we will be better." The now banned cards, yeah. The Bible. But the crazy thing is the card Invoke Prejudice. It says the Gatherer, which is where you go to find magic cards from history. It's the Gatherer that keeps track of all the magic cards online. It's the official online database of every magic card ever. The card Invoke Prejudice had the URL ending in the number 1488.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That couldn't be on accident, right?
No.
That couldn't.
No.
That couldn't be accident.
No, that is not true.
Yes.
You know what? I almost had to fire Asterios from this show, and you know why?
Why?
A female reporter happened to contact me, and what's so funny, Asterios? What? Why are you laughing?
Everything you're saying and are about to say is funny.
What do you think I'm about to say?
No, I don't want to step on
What, do
your
you have a
joke. Keep
history
going.
of female reporters contacting people on your behalf?
Once or twice, yes.
Oh, and what did they say?
Let's talk more about this magic card thing.
Let's talk about Magic Gathering. Let's talk about the big issues.
It's possible that the URL might end in that number because the card came out in 1988.
Well, it would have came out in 94, I think. I think it came out in 94.
I don't know when Magic started.
It might have been the 1488th card in the game. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if that's true. Ben, can I send you the article and we can pull up the picture of this card? The card Invoke Prejudice.
Is it pretty good?
Is
it a pretty cool card?
It's questionable. I sent you it in Discord. If we could pull it up, we're gonna scroll down a little bit. It's a blue card. And the art, it depicts a hooded character here. A hooded character with an axe. All right? A hooded character with an axe. And the card says, if opponents cast a summon spell that does not match the color of one of the creatures under your control, that spell is countered unless the caster pays an additional X, where X is the casting cost of the summon spell. So if you cast a creature that's not the same, if your opponents cast a creature that's not the same color as one of your creatures,
the wrong race.
Yeah, the wrong race. The card is prejudiced against it, and it counters it.
Well, unless you pay like a poll tax, essentially.
Well, yeah. If you pay a poll tax, you're allowed. It's a fucking card based off of prejudice, right? But it's not necessarily
racial
prejudice.
Right. It can be, though.
But then when it's 1488 in the fucking Gatherer, like somebody coding the site had to have done that as a fucking joke, right?
Where is the 1488?
Well, I think that they took it down off Gatherer.
Oh.
They changed it already. But it says right above it. Right above, there's Crusade. These are the all black creatures in play. See yeah.
Okay.
Back here, right before this one, Cleanse, all black creatures in play are destroyed. It's called Cleanse, and it destroys all black creatures.
But it doesn't mean African American. It means like the literal color black.
Yeah, there's 5 colors in Magic, and they all do battle against each other.
So isn't this overkill a little bit here? I mean,
you would think so, yes.
Yeah.
But Wizards of the Coast is like, we don't even want to play that game. We're just gonna ban Jihad and Cleanse.
How about Grand Wizard of the Coast?
Yeah, they should change their whole fucking name.
Don't look at me like that, Asterios.
No, I just well, these kind of articles always it's difficult with this shit because when you're trying to adjust to the times, like it's like you can never get the calibration right. It's like people will always
they always turn it too far in the one direction.
Well, it's just kind of like, you overcorrect, you undercorrect. Like, it's hard to get it right, and it's hard to make everybody happy. This seems like a moment where everyone wants to be on the right side of history. And so they're doing things like, they're taking Gone with the Wind out of the library, NASCAR.
I'm just worried about being on the white side of history.
A literal neo-Nazi was the artist for Invoke Prejudice.
Eyes got what I said.
That is widely known. The 1488 is there on purpose. Also, did you guys know that Jefferson Davis was caught by the Union cross-dressing?
No, I did not know that. That's interesting.
It's amazing. So the artist was a white supremacist? Who's the artist of Invoke Prejudice?
Oh, by the way, everybody, I have one request to put out there. Whoever wants to nominate themselves to do this work, I will immortalize your work in future episodes. I need someone watching this episode to pick the most interesting moments to timestamp, because now YouTube lets you put like chapters into the video. So if I can get like 5 or 6, 7, 8 good timestamps, I'm going to put them in the description so you'll all automatically be able to skip through it. If anyone wants to do it, I do not have the time to do it. I have the time to do this show. I don't have time to watch it all over again. So if anyone watching right now wants to do it, like if you think you're good at like picking the good parts of it and titling it, and I see you just post it in the comments, I will take that and make it there so everyone can do it.
So this artist that did the Invoke Prejudice card, not it, Harold McNeil, he's got professional art he made and released depicting Hitler as Jesus.
Who among us has never done that? Come on. That doesn't prove anything.
Look, it's not as bad as drawing Muhammad, but it's terrible. It is terrible.
What about drawing Muhammad as Jesus? See, then you don't know.
Well, now I'm confused.
They probably didn't look too different from one another.
Jesus was white with light brown hair and blue.
No.
So, yeah, he looked a lot.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Your history.
I mean, Muhammad was a warlord and the leader of nations, and Jesus was like a peasant, basically, right?
Was he a drunken peasant?
Well, he could turn water into wine. Man, if I could turn water into wine, dude, I'd be dead.
You'd have a crazy water bill.
I'd be dead.
Oh God, yeah, I didn't know all that about the artist of that card. That's mad. That's mad.
His safe space has been destroyed. Well, it's a good thing he doesn't like safe spaces. Otherwise, that'd be really hypocritical.
Oh, he doesn't like safe spaces, right?
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro says his space of comfort has been destroyed by politics and sports. Ben Shapiro is not happy.
I think everything he's doing is just. I think it's a funny joke. I don't think he's serious about anything. I think he's just a comedian.
When Nick Fuentes encountered him, that was crazy, because it's like they agree on so much except for the whole like Nick doesn't like Jews and Ben is a Jew, and that's like where they don't get along.
Wait, the only thing they disagree on is whether or not anti-Semitism is cool.
Right.
That is a real small thing between friends.
No.
I'm gonna side with Nick on that.
It's weird though.
Potato.
I'm going team Nick.
But here
on
though,
that
but they're on the same team essentially. Like ultimately, they still vote the same way and everything. It's just one of them is neo-Nazis and the other one is not.
I would like to see Nick Fuentes and Ben Shapiro box.
I'd give it to Ben Shapiro.
Probably. Yeah.
Is Ben Shapiro tall?
I don't know. I don't know Nick, but if you're giving it to Ben, I do not. I'm
Nick
not confident
Fuentes,
Nick,
I'm guessing, is
Ben looks like a fucking pussy.
5'7" or something.
Nick Fuentes looks like he's accidentally thrown himself in the washer with one of his Hawaiian shirts.
Okay.
Bah, he likes to watch sports. He considers watching sports to be his place of comfort. Unfortunately, people in sports and those who write about sports keep having opinions he doesn't like or approve of. And how is that fair? The only way
it's like Glass Joe versus Glass Joe, you know? Yeah, they just have like little welts all over them from the punches.
Yeah. One Glass Joe has to win, but it's not a good fight.
To invoke an old meme from this show, it would be a bitch boy slap fight.
Bitch boy slap fight. The only way to solve this problem, Ben Shapiro thinks, is to create 2 separate leagues for every sport. One where the segregate sports.
What?
It seems like that's what he's pitching here.
So we could have like Major League Baseball, and then what would the other league? Oh, there was another league like sort of in
WNBA.
Huh? That's the women's one.
Did Scott?
Wow. And they ruined it all. What was that one called?
Oof.
You're freezing up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that was the CIA stopping Scott from saying something.
I think that was the CIA who really didn't want me to say the name of that baseball league.
Wow.
I'd like to thank my friends at the CIA for stopping him from saying the name of that other baseball league.
Is there another baseball league? I had no idea.
Well, there was. There was a baseball
until
league for
Jackie Robinson ruined everything.
Are you talking about
a league of their own with Gina Davis?
Check this out. Check this out. I discussed this with Hannibal and Monty because Hannibal's in Atlanta and he didn't know that this team had existed. There was a Negro Leagues team in Atlanta back in the day. And they had the funniest name ever.
ABC. It's easy as 1, 2, 3.
And they still sell jerseys and like gear for this old team.
The Atlanta Black Crackers. The Atlanta Black Crackers are originally known as the Atlanta Cubs.
Wasn't ready for it.
And later, briefly, as the Indianapolis ABCs, were a professional Negro League baseball team which played during the early to mid 20th century. They were primarily a minor Negro League team. However, in the brief period they played as a major Negro League team, they won the second half of the 1938 split season, but lost the playoff for the pennant.
Damn.
Yeah.
ABC almost had it.
ABCs. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. The only way to solve this problem, Ben Shapiro thinks, is to create 2 separate leagues for every sport. One where the players can have opinions and protest and do whatever they want, and one that is regulated so the players understand they are just dancing ponies who exist for Ben Shapiro's entertainment and don't say anything that might upset him or challenge his worldview.
I like the neutralness of this article.
There have been a few things I enjoyed with COVID. I enjoyed the lack of traffic, being able to drive through no problem. I'm missing that right now. Traffic is coming back. It's very sad.
Traffic is coming. Traffic sucked today.
I enjoy not having to deal with the traffic from big sporting events. You know, when they have a big sporting event, the traffic is terrible. I've enjoyed that.
I like going to sporting events sometimes.
I don't. I never really liked it. I went to like 2 baseball games, 2 Mariners games. I think that's. Other than wrestling, I went to wrestling a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah, wrestling.
That's like going to wrestling is more like watching a play on a stage, in my opinion, than like going to like a baseball game.
It's not something you can get season tickets for, right? Unless you're a psycho that wants to travel the road and dress up as a clown.
Well, it's also it's like I don't know. The way it's produced is just different than like a baseball game or a football game or something.
A bit, yeah.
It's not as flashy. You know what I mean? It's more just here's the people playing the sport. You know what I mean? In between,
it's less of a show.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
It's getting to the point where I don't want to watch sports, Shapiro explained during this show on Monday. My place of comfort has been removed from me, and it may not be restored until there are actual sports leagues that remove politics from sports. Shout out to the NFL for finally siding with the players, at least the players that were vocal against racism. They're now. I'm sure there's a lot of players that were very happy with the NFL.
No one has signed Colin Kaepernick.
He can't come back. I mean, from COVID anyways, right?
He made it to the Super Bowl and wasn't that good of a player.
I wonder whether inevitably we're going to end up with basically two sports leagues. Whether at some point people are just going to want a sports league that does not allow.
I have never heard Ben Shapiro talk before. Is this his actual voice, or is this like
it's his real voice? It's great.
Yes.
Yeah. Really, he sounds like a helium freak.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Okay. He sounds like one of the Lilliputians. I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. He sounds like he's podcasting from inside a toilet. Is that right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
He does sound like that.
Like every one of these assholes all have stupid voices. Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, they all have the dumbest voices. And it's amazing that they ever got any sort of following with their dumbass sounding voices.
Wow. Okay, please continue. I'm sorry. I've literally never heard
impede the play or get on the field. And people are just going to view that because I got to say, like,
I got to say, we represent the Lollipop Guild.
In terms of watching sports my entire life, there are only a couple of times where I've really turned off the TV. One was, when it came to Sports Illustrated, I was a lifelong subscriber to Sports Illustrated. My parents gave it to me for my bar mitzvah. I had Sports Illustrated subscription for like another 10, 12 years.
I would always throw away the swimsuit issues because who needs that icky stuff? I just wanted the baseball players. It's important for us to feature Caitlyn Jenner on the cover when Bruce Jenner had not been an actual athlete for 3 decades. And all of a sudden, I'm reading about transgenderism in Sports Illustrated. I was like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore because this has nothing to do with sports. And I subscribe to a sports magazine. I'm not doing this anymore. And the other is during the Kaepernick protest when it became incumbent on people to somehow.
Do you think he threw away the swimsuit issue because that also had nothing to do with sports? Or do you think he picked up his football phone and complained when it didn't get here on time?
Oh yes, the football phone. That was so epic.
I do think Ben Shapiro threw away the swimsuit edition, though. I do. I don't think he was ever into sex for pleasure. It was always just for procreation.
If I wasn't so sure that he had severe autism, I would think this whole thing was a bit. But unfortunately, I think it's not. Which is too bad because it is
hands
funny.
Up, don't shoot.
Some people with autism though are great. I like they're better to deal with than people without. I like those heavy-handed autists. They're very sweet boys.
That was being put out by particular players. I'm tempted to do the same with the NBA now that you have LeBron James, who was willing to basically virtue signal on behalf of the communist Chinese government, but rip Drew Brees. It's getting to the point where I don't want to watch sports. My place of comfort has been removed from me, and it may not be restored until there are actual sports leagues that remove politics from the sports.
How
can you be imagine? Oh, sorry.
How can you be somebody who talks politics all day long but doesn't want it in fucking other media? Like, how could you be the media for politics and then tell other media they can't have it? What the
well, also, how can you be this
hypocritical?
I mean, I think the other thing is, like, how can you be so stupid to just assume that sports and politics have, like, never intertwined? Like, is he going to be mad at Jesse Owens for making the Black Power salute to Hitler's face during the Olympics? Like, sports is always... Is he going to be mad at Jackie Robinson for
making it about you, Jesse? Just run.
Exactly.
Shut up and run, Jesse.
It's so. What do
you think about "Shut Up and Run" Jesse shirts? Do we like that? Is that an option?
Yeah, run for president, please.
I do have some video of the Seattle thing.
Free food, free speech.
Hello and welcome to Fox News at 9.
Here's the
I'm Shannon
Fox
Green in
News,
Washington. We start with chief breaking news correspondent Trace Gallagher
The Fox
on the
News
protester
angle on it.
takeover of a portion of an American city. Tonight at
Oh,
Seattle.
can you
Good evening,
pause?
Trace.
This guy's suit is the worst thing I've ever seen. It looks like he walked right off the used car lot. It looked like he just shot the courier and stole that golden microchip that Mr. House needed to free the robots. This guy looks... Oh my God, this guy looks like shit.
I feel like he didn't get his suit back from the cleaners, so he just put on the pillow on his couch.
He has shoulder pads.
Oh, that wouldn't be a pillow.
Does have shoulder pads. He looks like he looks like he robbed Murphy Brown and stole her power suit.
He might be the denim Power Ranger.
Goodness. All right, I'm sorry. I want to hear what this guy has to say about black people. Please continue.
Shannon, good evening.
I'm
It's
sure
not a
it'll be great.
violent coup in downtown Seattle, but it could be emblematic of where the Democratic Party is heading. On Monday, police boarded up a downtown precinct, and since then, hundreds of protesters, reportedly from Antifa, Black Lives Matter, and others, have moved into the area, declaring it the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, or CHAZ. And the protesters appear to be turning against their own, storming City Hall, demanding the resignation of Mayor Jenny Durkan. Unusual, since Durkan is a progressive who has long supported far-left issues.
She's not the one. She's not the progressive that the progressives were trying to vote in. She was.
There was someone more progressive. Yeah, that's how it is in a city like Seattle. There's like someone who Fox News would consider progressive is like somewhere in the middle, or even like
slightly right of center.
Yeah,
she was the progressive that the big business wanted.
A trans baby, but it just missed the.
We tried to get that baby into the White House.
We wanted that baby.
That baby had some good ideas and a really cool mixtape.
The Seattle People Department.
But this time the mayor is calling for police reform. The protesters want the police department abolished and won't budge. Of course, there are calls across the country for police departments to be defunded, but presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden does not feel that way. In fact, just the opposite. In a USA Today op-ed, the former vice president wrote, quoting here, "While I do not believe federal dollars should go to police departments violating people's rights or turning to violence as the first resort, I do not support defunding police. Instead, Biden supports giving more money to departments that are willing to implement reforms." Recently, Democratic Socialist Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez also came out in favor of defunding police, though her primary push still appears to be demilitarizing police. Watch.
We would not be giving local police departments who are undertrained a tank if we didn't give the military too much money to have extra damn tanks lying around to begin with.
And in an op-ed in the law enforcement publication Law Officer, a third-generation cop says there's no need to abolish police because they won't be around.
She would probably be running right now if she was 1 year older than she is.
I think it's perfect timing for her not to be running because she's where Obama was in 2004. She's everywhere in the news. They're talking about her like she's the hot shit. She's got 4 years to get right into that zone.
Or to fall out of it.
We'll
even
see.
Further.
We'll see.
That's adorable that you think there are going to be elections in 2024.
Cowards are all around us, from chiefs to sheriffs to politicians. No one has our back. I used to talk cops out of leaving the job. Now I'm encouraging them. And former New York City Police Commissioner Bernie Kehrds says he's been told 600 NYPD officers are considering leaving. Did I mention that crime last week in Los Angeles was up 250%?
Was it the riots? Was it the riots? Is that why the crime was up?
Is that why crime was up?
Yeah.
Was it the riots?
What a misleading figure right there.
250%, guys.
Yeah.
The riots had 2.5 times more crime than before the riots? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he didn't mention that non-riot crime was down 95%, but
yeah.
And well, the other thing he's saying is he's quoting this police magazine. The police magazine's like, "Who will stand up for us? Who will defend us?" It's like, all we have are guns and tanks that are surplus military equipment from the decades-long war in Iraq. That's all we've got. All we have are tasers, dogs, tanks, battering rams, the jaws of life, those
Assault
bombs
weapons.
you send in, those robots you send in to defuse bombs, those drones that. The Predator drone that was
Sharks with
above
laser beams on their foreheads.
On their freaking foreheads. Who will defend us?
Please help. Please send help.
From the previous week, Shannon.
He really is saying 250% up from the previous week when the previous week had riots.
Right.
And how much
he knows the previous week had riots because it's all they talked about.
And crime actually would have been up 600% if they actually charged the police with the crimes they were committing.
There you go. That's a very good point.
What is this?
Folks, this is a surreal idea ripped straight from thriller novels. Joe Biden going on the record predicting Donald Trump will try to steal the 2020 election. Watch.
Isn't that what Trump said? Yeah.
Trevor Noah?
My single greatest concern. This president's going to try to steal this election. This is a guy who said...
Isn't it crazy how actual TV shows are just like Skype or Zoom calls now?
Yeah, national TV is just video podcasts.
It's like this now.
Yeah,
when I
this looks better than a lot of TV shows.
I know, what the hell?
When national
dude,
TV
I was watching, I have to bring this up now.
Yeah.
I was flipping through channels and I noticed Ellen was doing her show, and she does her show in front of like a big glass window in her house, and her guests are like standing outside the window behind her. And it was so creepy because the one dude was some doctor, but he looked like some crazy stalker. And he was creepy looking guy too, but he's standing in Ellen's window like behind the bushes, like talking. It's fucking weird.
I love the Ellen show.
Yes, Ellen, I love you. I love you. I want to wear your skin.
That all mail-in ballots are fraudulent. Voting by mail. While he sits behind the desk in the Oval Office and writes his mail-in ballot to vote in the primary.
So in a moment, I'm going to talk to friend of the beat and Art of the Deal co-author Tony Schwartz. But first, Biden's remarks come amid outrage over absurdly long voting lines in Georgia, and critics point to the Trump administration's sustained attack on democratic norms in this country, from claiming there were up to 5 million illegal votes in 2016. That was not true. That was false. To asking for dirt on Joe Biden from the Ukrainian government. To Trump's son-in-law at one point declining to rule out delaying the 2020 election if they needed to. Now, the other issue, if Trump loses, would he try to cling on to power?
Yeah, could you pause for a second? That's a really important thing that he just glossed over, and I just sent you a link to it in the chat. Yeah. So, like, this guy's entire this guy's entire news package is he's like Biden has this conspiracy theory that Trump might not hold elections. Jared Kushner, his son-in-law and top advisor, the guy he put in charge of the Mideast the Mideast peace process, the guy he put in charge of our coronavirus response, Jared Kushner would not rule out delaying elections.
Well, then I'm going to listen to Jared on this because he handled those other two things perfectly. Both of them are fixed. Middle East, done. Corona, done. Good. What's next?
Possible. Here's Biden.
This is a strange question to ask an American politician. Have you ever considered what would happen if the election result came out as you being the winner and Trump refused to leave?
I don't see that happening. I don't see Trump refusing to leave if he loses an election. Maybe I could see him trying to do some things to like prolong the election process or maybe delay elections from even happening.
He'll do some dumb bullshit, but like if he lost the election, which he won't, if he loses, he'll go. He's not just going to like barricade himself in the White House.
Right.
I'll tell you guys exactly why I know that if he loses the election, he'll go. Because you have to be charismatic in order to pull off a military coup. In order to pull off a military coup, you have to have people that like you. And everyone that works for Trump really does hate him because he's a cranky old grandpa who's constantly screaming at them and eating Big Macs in their fucking faces. Like just today, one of his top generals apologized for appearing in the photo op in front of the church. Like a couple of days before that, another one of the members of the Joint Chiefs of Staff said that he did not like that the military was being used in order to enforce domestic law.
Ellen, no! Sorry. Ellen's about to get murdered by this crazy stalker. Keep talking, though. Keep talking, though.
No, I want to see this. This looks really creepy.
Average Andy is back there on Ellen's property?
Who's Average
Doesn't
Andy?
he look like a crazy stalker?
He's a crew member, right? His shirt says crew.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I saw this. It wasn't this episode, but I was flipping through channels. I saw Ellen sitting here, presumably in her house, and this guy was standing out there. He wasn't wearing what he's wearing now, but he was there, like, looking through the window, talking. They had him mic'd.
Did Fred Durst direct this segment? It's all about the he said, she said bullshit.
Yeah, so I just thought it was weird.
Those candlesticks are ugly as fuck.
That's
Wait,
the Ellen show now. We have a better production value than the Ellen show these days.
When national TV dropped its production value, you stepped up and got lights and green screens, Ben. You were like, we're going to skip ahead of the Ellen show.
You know what it's all about?
He said, she said bullshit.
She said bullshit.
So come and get it.
Yes, I have. And you have so many rank and file military personnel saying, whoa, we're not a military state. This is not who we are. I promise you, I'm absolutely convinced they will escort him from the White House with great dispatch.
Joining me now for our State of the Mind franchise.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. Again, like Fidel Castro was like a fun, likable guy. Like you get the sense that a lot of people liked the leader of the Third Reich because they thought he was funny and charming. And it's just like this Trump guy who wants to deal with their cranky great-great-grandpa?
Hold on,
Nobody.
the leader of the Third Reich, I don't know who you're talking about. Can you elaborate? A lot of people liked who, Asterios?
Yeah.
I don't know my histories that well.
Asterios'
who are you talking about?
Is the funniest bit in the history of the
Charles
internet.
de Gaulle? Was he the leader of the Third Reich?
I think it was Bugsy Seagal.
Was it Kaiser Wilhelm, as per the chat?
Kaiser Wilhelm. Ja. Das ist gut.
It's all about the Adolf Hitler bullshit.
Oh yeah, Asterios sent this.
Jared
We already
Kushner
talked about that.
won't rule out that Trump could try to delay the election.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could commit one way or the other to democracy. I don't like this whole thing where we all vote in November. Are we all big fans of it? Wouldn't it be easier if we could all just like hang out and eat pizza rolls? Like, let's not commit to that one way or the other.
Yeah.
To the foundational principle of America.
I don't want to take a hard line on democracy. We'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear.
Do you guys think you've ever eaten a perfectly cooked pizza roll?
Yeah, but I eat them so fast. It's like, it's not the pizza roll's fault.
I don't think I've ever...
I'm so excited to eat them that I don't wait for them to get to the right temperature.
Then it's not perfect.
You know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever eaten a perfectly created pizza roll. I think they're always like a little soggy or a little fucking melty. Like I always do something wrong.
Have you had an Eggy Pocket?
Oh, what?
An Eggy Pocket.
What is an Eggy Pocket, Ben?
Don't know what that is.
That is an Eggy Pocket.
Where did you get an Eggy Pocket?
It's like a giant hot pocket. It's
real big.
Eggy Pocket. Is this in like Korea or something? Japan?
Oh.
It looks Asian.
You'd be happy to know that there's actually one in Bellevue.
Shut the front door. An Eggy Pocket in Bellevue?
Yeah, there's an Eggy Pocket in Bellevue.
I want an Eggy Pocket.
It's all about the Eggy Pocket bullshit. What's in an Eggy Pocket?
Let's take a look.
Eggs.
Is it a dozen eggs? Please
I hope
be
it's
a
a dozen
dozen
eggs.
eggs.
Ooh. How late is Eggy Pocket open? It's all about the Eggy Pocket bullshit.
Wait, they do delivery. Hold on, I'm going to call them right now.
Hello, Eggy Pocket? Yeah, it's me.
I'm going to get an Eggy Pocket delivered.
Look at that Eggy Pocket.
Everybody.
Holy shit, dude.
Can we get Oprah to
pull
give
up
one
their
to
phone
everybody
number.
in the
I'm gonna
audience?
order you guys some Eggy Pockets. Pull up their phone number.
It closes at 8 p.m. There's no Eggy Pockets tonight.
It's going to be tough.
It's all about the Eggy Pocket bullshit.
I want to see these Eggy Pockets live on screen.
I want to lick your Eggy Pocket.
Chow-chi-ji.
I want to lick your Eggy
troubles in
Pocket.
an Eggy Pocket?
Is this inside the mall?
I don't know where it is.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
I'm so glad I brought up Eggy Pockets.
Yeah, there's an Eggy Pocket uprising.
You were talking pizza rolls, and they kind of remind me of pizza rolls, even though they have other stuff in them. Not exactly like
Hey, Ben, what time are you allowed to eat pizza if pizza's on a bagel?
Any day.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. I'm looking up
Pizza
Eggy
in
Pocket
the
on
morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time.
Because when pizza's on a bagel, supper time? I always thought it was summertime.
You're an idiot.
Yes, I will actually, I will agree. I am an idiot for that.
So you thought there are three measurements of time were morning, evening,
And summer.
summertime?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You need to take a hard look at yourself, Bill.
I can't believe.
Do you know what this is, Asterios?
Wait, hold on. Oh, wait. Before you open that up,
Is Marcellus
critical things are happening in the chat. Someone says, speaking of Eggy, did you hear
soul?
that Egghead blocked Ryby after he showed her his boysack and she laughed?
No, that's not true. I don't believe that for a moment.
Here? I need to know about Egghead's boysack.
He's not here right now.
Oh, damn it. All right, what's in the case?
So
What's in
in
the
the case is a contract to take on the actual Mania champion at any time.
My God.
Of their
A Money in
choosing.
the Bank
And so let's say Gail has her match against Alex Jones and she wins, but Alex Jones gets like 35% of the vote, okay? So then the winner of this challenges Gail, and we're going to take that 35% that Alex Jones got and deduct it for whatever Gail's percentage she gets against the cash-in against her.
My goodness.
Yes.
It makes too much sense.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes. And to win this contract, we have assembled a tournament of the greatest competitors that are not currently with a title or eligible to win a title. So these are all former Cringerweight champions and former world champions. Onision, who was the 8th seed in this.
Who really is the people's unchampion.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's going up against King Cobra. Lots of charisma in King Cobra. So
Egghead seated higher than Kris Chan?
Egghead is, I think, will soon not be the longest reigning Cringerweight champion ever, but I think right now he is.
Egghead's pure cringe. Like, he just is. And when he tries to be cringy, it's even worse. It's like when he tries to lean into it and be like, this is just satire, it's a joke. I'm in on the joke too. It's like, you're not in on the joke. You're not in on the joke. The joke has locked the door, and you are not in on the joke. You are out on the joke. God,
you are homeless in Joketown.
Yeah, it's Egghead is He's like the rare homegrown cringe, and I really like it. It's like when a small town has like a really good local strain of weed. It's like, that's Egghead. That's Egghead for you.
Yeah.
Egghead's like when you realize your dick wasn't small, it was just terribly ineffective.
Mm-hmm. So I have to blame something else now.
Yeah.
Who do you think's gonna win? If you had to pick a winner,
Tila Tequila.
Really?
I also think Tila Tequila, yeah, because it never stops with her. So a lot of these cringe people, they'll say something cringy, then just boring, cringy, boring. Tila Tequila, it's like everything that comes out of her mouth is like pure trash, cringe, gold, baby. That's what I think.
People are saying Tila loses a lot. Has she lost a lot?
She used to lose a lot. And
I thought she only lost to Gale.
I think she's on a streak right now.
I thought she only lost to Gale.
Yeah, I think her only loss is to Gale, who's never lost.
Yeah.
Gale's the Brock Lesnar of the cringerweight division. Like, yeah, no shit. She lost to Gale, but she still looks strong.
That's unstoppable.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with this. There's also Lucien Huddlebach. It's going to be crazy.
We totally could have put like JF in place of Onision.
No, I like this. I like this.
I know. I think it's a good list. We didn't go into like the tag team champions, is what I was saying.
Right, you're right.
There was some room there for voting, but I think this is a real lineup of a Peanuts gallery. Who wants to see pictures of my dick?
Nobody.
Oh.
Are we doing that now?
No, I'm.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh.
Is Joe watching? Joe, you can send.
Joe has been in the chat the whole time. Yes.
Oh, okay. Are you guys buddies now? Is that what's up?
I have no comment one way or the other.
Do you give each other sweet kisses?
What Joe wants is attention, and it's just like, okay, Joe, it's gonna be Joe. I'm not gonna. Well, okay, all right. You don't get mad at a hurricane. It just happens.
Joe is the hurricane.
You don't yell at your special needs child for spilling applesauce.
I disagree. I've been doing a lot of yelling at my special needs child, and it does make me feel better.
I guess that's true. It would be nice to put my rage someplace.
Right?
Yeah, it would be nice. But it's like, all right, yeah, okay, Joe. He's part of the thing. Just okay, whatever.
We do have one of these.
Wow.
Asterios, you should just embrace Joe, and I don't mean metaphorically. I mean you should literally embrace him.
Embrace Joe.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Are they gonna touch me?
Embrace him and ignore his hug boner.
I embraced two boys on Joe's couch today, and Joe wasn't one of them.
If you embrace Joe and he gets a boner, just grind into it. He likes that.
I know he likes that.
Okay.
I know. I get. Because here's the thing.
You don't need to tell me that he likes that. I know.
Joe's one of these people who's just like, haha, it's just a bit. I just like send people pictures of my dick and just choke people as a bit. It's just a bit. And it's like, no, you're a crazy person who thinks he's doing a bit. But what you're actually is a crazy person. Yeah, you may have this thin veneer of irony like the skin on top of a pudding cup, but it's just 6 inches of nuttiness down there, and I don't want him anywhere near me.
I'm just ironically having
7 inches of nuttiness.
It's not real. It's a bit.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he's Adolf Hitler.
Exactly.
That's a really great. That's the perfect description for Joe. I love that.
Gay doll.
It's racist? Well, I don't really care.
Oh, no, this guy.
Hey, shut up about the black cube already. That's not the problem. The problem is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, okay? So shut the fuck up about the black cube, and let's talk about some 26-year-old bonehead millennial Congress.
Wait, can you pause it?
She's 34, right?
She's not 26. Second,
yeah,
I actually
she's
would
34,
like to talk about,
right?
Right,
34,
she's not 26. B, the black cube. What black cube? I want to know more about the black cube.
Oh, the black cube. Have you seen that thing?
It a time what is he talking about with the black?
I've seen it. Ice Cube. Ice Cube tweeted it out.
Satan, right?
All right, I'm googling the black cube.
Hold on.
Ice Cube's had some interesting stuff lately.
Oh, yeah. and now I'm distancing myself from the black cube.
We're not talking
and now
about.
I'm good. Okay,
We're not talking about the new Xbox.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the new Xbox.
It's not the new Xbox.
Ice Cube's gone full like old school black anti-Semitism, and it's
he's a black Hebrew Israelite now.
What did he post? What are we talking about?
I'm trying to find it. He posts so much.
Did you post the black cube of Satan in a Star of David?
In a star? Well, yeah, it's the black Hebrew Israelite shit.
Yeah,
I just put it in the chat from Entertainment Weekly.
Which it was the group who stirred up all the MAGA kid in the Native American
the
guy.
Covington Catholic thing.
Yeah. They're shitheads.
What? No.
The black cube of Saturn.
Where is it? Where's the actual picture?
Let me. Oh boy. Oh brother. This is.
Is it a link down below? The links.
Oh
will
yeah,
have a
here it
green line.
is. I got it.
Okay.
Sorry. Coming through in the chat.
All right.
As a JPEG.
Black cube of Satan coming through.
One anti-Semitic.
Yeah, I saw this.
Cube. There it is.
This was his tweet.
Yeah, Ice Cube, buddy, pal.
Super
chill.
Why did he tweet this?
Because he hates Jews.
I saw him post some street art that showed rich men oppressing black men in like the street art. People were saying that was anti-Semitic, and
Ice Cube's just kind of been going down a hole because it started just as like Black Lives Matter support, and then it's kind of just like degraded into full-on anti-Semitism.
Yeah, I've been following Ice-T instead. He's way more chill than Ice Cube. I'm a fan of. I choose Ice-T over Ice Cube.
I follow Vanilla Ice, but not any of.
Not Ice-T.
Not Ice-T or Ice Cube.
Now you should only follow white ices. You're doing it right.
Wow, you're a racist. Man, you're a racist.
Vanilla Ice follows me though, so I thought that was okay.
You only like the white ices.
I only like the ices that follow me back.
Billy, that was such a long fucking trip to take to tell us that Vanilla Ice follows you. Fuck you.
You like that?
God damn name dropper.
You like that?
That's all he does, man. He loves that shit.
What?
And look, just to get back to Ice Cube for a second, it's like, look, we all like old school, but the classic anti-Semitism found within some pockets of the black community, that's a little too old school. If we could close that, if we could defund that school, that would be super
Who
duper
wants
helpful.
to ban airplanes, okay? Shut up, watch Fox News, watch CRTV boldly, go to CPAC, and stop talking about the black cube and the star, all right? Stop talking about the hexagon on Saturn, all right? Oh, hey, don't kill me. Don't kill me, please. Don't kill me. I'm just kidding. It's just a funny show. We're just kidding. I don't expect anybody to take this seriously. It's all ironic. You don't need to kill me.
He's sarcastic about being sarcastic, or like, it's really weird.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Nick Fuentes has ever said anything with conviction in his life.
This is Nick Fuentes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I've seen him. I was on your show like a year ago, and you had this like little baby ass drip up, like screaming the word "based" 50 times.
Yeah.
Like it was so. I keep hearing about this guy. Okay, thank you for the context.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't need to kill me. You need to run me off the road. That's completely unnecessary. I would go away. If you showed up, I would go away. Okay, we have to move on.
All right.
We have to move on. Oh, it's all
I'm based and red rocketed.
It's all jokes.
You know, I hate to say it, but the mustache actually works for him.
He's crushing it.
Like, that's because the last time I saw this guy, he looked like some kind of anti-Semitic pipe cleaner. But now, like, with this mustache and he's filling out that suit a little more, maybe he's eating a little bit more, like, he looks less like
that
he's
happens.
about to die.
You notice when you fall in love, you gain a little weight. He did meet Catboy a few months ago. So, and you know, like, I know tons of people who can relate on the Catboy thing. No one blames Nick Fuentes for falling in love with a handsome Catboy.
I think it's amazing, actually, that he found love in this one place he was trying to destroy.
Catboy people are talking about, that's not me.
We have to show Scott.
He hasn't seen Catboy?
No.
I need to see this. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking
Let's
about.
pull up. Let's go to the archives, Benjamin.
For our lives to be over. Will it be? Yes, or will it be? Meow, meow.
While you pull it up, I will go in really quick and read some Streamlabs from the fam. So we got a big old dono from Kris Chandler. Thank you again for that.
And thank you again, Kris Chandler. You're the man. I think you're the.
We got Sosa Bravo gave us some big love. Lenny the Shark says R.I.P. David Dorn. He was a retired St. Louis police chief murdered by a looter when he was defending a friend's store. The mainstream media almost never shines a light on black violence. Goose Juice says, hey, Asterios, you dirty weeb. I've been immensely enjoying your Persona 5 playthrough, and I doubt you'd finish it in under 100 hours. Can't wait for more.
Here's just a preview for what's to come right now.
Chris Xavier said, I remember eating KFC while watching Cops with my dad as a youngster. Fuck these cancel culture pussies. Grow a pair of balls. Lord of Nurgle says, once the illness is over, I'm going to have my actual Maniacs painted by a local artist.
That's awesome.
Nice. Kilo, thank you for the big love. Locust God, thank you for the big love. Mads R says, finally caught you Sweet Boys live. Thank you, Mads. CJ O'Toniel says, snitch boy, stitch fight. We also have Fidel Castro saying, thank you, curly-haired Jew guy. I like you, too. He's Greek.
Yeah, I don't think he's Jewish.
Lander the Lantern says, now it's your turn, Ben. Can you say something sweet about Billy, please? Let out your inner sweet boy.
Billy is very good at walking around and talking to people that he doesn't know. He's a natural at it.
Thank you, Ben.
Isn't that sweet?
Thank you very much, Ben.
I don't know how he does it.
Makes me feel real good. You noticed?
That's one of his many talents.
Thank
I was
you,
trying
Ben.
to think of one that someone just wouldn't name, like, outright. You know?
This is very kind of you, Ben. And that I think wraps up all the Streamlabs for today so far. And we hit our goal. We're at 9/11 and 50
Never
cents.
forget.
9/11 and 50 Cent. Two things that came out of New York City.
Good call.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, who's this Catboy?
He's based in Red Pill.
It's a guy from Australia that flew in to meet Nick Fuentes.
Mm-hmm.
What else can I say about Catboy? Catboy is based in Red Pill.
Yes, he's a handsome.
I mean,
who isn't?
Okay, so he might not be gay. We don't know for sure, but he does play a lot with gigantic dildos.
But he definitely is.
And he dresses
Yeah,
very,
I'm looking for that picture of Catboy.
very cute in gender
fluid.
I would say fluid clothing, but it might actually just be women's clothing. He's got the body of
But it
a
is
young
covered
Adonis.
in gender fluid, though.
Yeah, it is covered in gender fluid. Yeah.
Right?
Who needs lube when you got gender fluid?
Where's
The Bad Dragon dildos are based in Red Pill.
They are.
Here it is. Here it is.
Boom, boom.
I couldn't
boom.
find that the the horse photo.
Yeah.
Right here.
I don't. Oh, that's a horse. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the guy that Nick Fuentes so lovingly went out on a man date with. The guy is cute. Yo, my name's Nicky Fuentes. I went les from a cat boy. Yeah, I'm a bad boy.
I'm sending to
singing and shit.
Try not to dox our location too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, girl. Sit on daddy's lap, little Nicky.
So,
I'm taller.
Yeah,
he's wearing the ears backwards.
Oh no!
Are they backwards?
I think they're side cut ears.
They're they're facing the wrong way.
Are you really gonna?
Are you jealous, Scott?
Yes.
People have been complimenting Catboy for a while now.
Scott didn't think there would be a cat boy to step to his cat manliness.
He's pretty ripped though, isn't he, Scott?
I'm sending to
Scott.
the
He
chat
has
right
Ripley.
Now. Here's some cat manliness.
Scott. He has Ripley abs though, right?
He does have Ripley abs. I cannot deny that.
Okay.
He's got some top tier cum gutters.
Well, Nick's 7 foot, and I'm only
you're
like
walking
6'9".
You're walking on the curb right now. The chat can't see, but you're walking. It's not you're walking on the curb.
So, me and Nick were hanging out last night. We come home, and there's been a shooting outside my house.
Wait, did you establish?
Look at that. Look at that.
This is the most romantic. This is so charming. This is
very cute.
This is adorable. These guys are having a little Hot Topic date. They went to the mall.
They did have a Hot Topic date.
There are Jonathan Rockets over here. They're gonna share a milkshake like Archie and Betty and Veronica do on the classic cover of that Archie magazine.
I like that you went formal with Jonathan Rockets.
Oh well, look, it's a classy date. It
is a classy date.
Really quick, I want to pause. We got fact checked. Ocasio-Cortez is 30 years old.
Oh, okay. So
She's not 26.
okay, so I was wrong about her age. I thought she was like just too young to run, but no,
She will be just old enough to run
Next time.
time.
Okay, that's
not if she. Oh, does she turn?
She
does
turns
she turn
31 in
31 this year?
October.
She has to be 35 by the
very
time
close.
she would take office.
Yeah. So she
Okay,
could
so
she could
she
have her
just barely
35th
gets-
birthday, and then within 3 weeks be inaugurated.
No one would be able to break that record
We get inaugurated
if she got
in
it.
January.
It's so close.
Oh yeah, sorry, get voted in.
It's
sorry.
so close to being like barely eligible. It would be hard for anyone else just by like when they were
call it
born, just to
barely
break that.
legal.
Yes, I was just gonna say barely legal. You 100%.
Someone should make a fake Ocasio-Cortez porn called Barely Eligible.
Absolutely.
Are you
Okay,
really
so I just posted a couple
35?
pictures in
Yes,
our-
I just
a
turned
couple pictures in our
35.
chat.
Barely eligible to be president.
Barely legal. Mamma mia, here I go again.
Making relationships because we're dangerous when we're together.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, I'm in love with a cat boy.
Your friend on the lip.
Kiss your friend on the lips.
You have a shower with your friend. Gay.
Let's do it though.
It's gay, but that means like, let's do it. Yeah.
Well, his whole thing is that he's always being ironic, right? But he's genuinely racist. So
Yeah.
it's like he's being ironic.
I'm
about
ironically gay, but I'm genuinely want to suck a cat dick.
Yeah, I'm ironically gonna fuck this guy.
I'm ironically going to take load after load.
Yeah, but then-
It's just a big gay.
But then he went to like this conservative conference a few weeks after this, and this this conservative drag queen came up to him and tried to
Which
be
is funny anyway.
right.
That drag queen, Lady Maga.
Lady Maga.
We should try and get Lady Maga on the show.
Tried to be cool with him, and he was like, "You're a degenerate."
You're a degenerate. I would never hang out. I would never hang out with a man that wants to be a woman. I like men that want to be men. Cat men.
But also cats.
You ready to rock and roll?
I'm ready to rock and roll, man.
I'm ready to rock it. They're fucking.
Yo, have you ever seen my air
Why
guitar?
did he stream
Do a really good air guitar, man.
Well, Catboy streams everything.
No, I don't even know who I'm
I think at one point during the stream, Nick Fuentes said he flew Catboy out or put him up in an Airbnb.
Look at him.
That's what I usually do. If I don't have guests in the vehicle. If I don't have guests,
It's weird that a white nationalist listens to hip hop.
It's not though.
It's not.
It's not weird. Hip hop is music of our time. It's pop culture music. It's pop music. You can be a white nationalist and still be blind to the fact that you're enjoying things that
they
wouldn't
try
exist
on jackets
if you had
together.
your way.
Sorry.
Shopping spree.
This is the most wholesome date between a white nationalist and a cross-dressing cat girl I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It really is. It gives you hope.
Seriously,
does. There's
it was
someone
super
out there
cute.
for everybody.
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over.
I would play that, but I got tagged for it last time.
Yeah.
So.
Why play it when I could just sing it?
Yep.
I didn't even get
That show that was from Dawson's Creek, home to one of Toledo's finest, Katie Holmes.
Good Toledo girl. That's right.
Yeah. She went to the all-girls Catholic school there.
She might be the most successful Toledo, but she's not the hottest.
Oh, are you talking about
Adrian Palicki?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Adrian
I
Palicki's
thought you were gonna say
Corporal Klinger?
No.
Oh,
Bonavita.
Bonavita. Yeah, Ben really loves the Bonavita America's Got Talent gentleman, who probably could give Catboy a run for his money as far as physique goes.
Yeah.
I think that thing looks cool. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Ben is in love with Bonavita the way that Nick Fuentes is in love with Catboy. And that's okay.
It's ironic.
It's not even ironic for Ben. After the show was over, he was watching the video over again. He's like, I fucking love this.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, dude. Hell
But
yeah.
you got to admit that much like this Catboy, Klinger is also a cross-dresser.
Yes,
which
Corporal
is great.
Klinger.
Corporal Klinger, the Catboy, an
Jamie Farr.
anti-Semitic white nationalist, having fun at the mall, touching that shock globe on Spencer's Gifts, looking at one of those magic eyes.
Spencer's Gifts.
I am calling that a shot globe for the rest of my life.
Wait, what is it called? Does it
I don't
have a
know.
better name?
Just like Jefferson Davis.
You knew what I was talking about.
Is it? I absolutely knew what you were talking about. It's not a. Is it a?
It's not a Tesla coil, is it?
What's
Not a
is
Tesla coil.
Is it a Tesla coil? I
yeah.
don't think so.
It's just a static generator. It's like but it's one of those shot
What
globes.
it is a shot globe, is what it is.
Yeah,
The cat.
touching the shot globe.
If I look up shot globe,
paintings, reading Mein Kampf to each other, just having a fun Saturday,
Catterday. If I look up shock globe, I get a Casio sports watch. Was called the shock globe. A Tesla coil is not contained within a globe, but maybe the Tesla coil is inside of the globe, and the globe's there to protect you from the shock.
Yes, it is.
So the Tesla coil is inside of the globe,
And then, like, when you touch it for some reason, it like sticks to you through the glass.
Yes, which you could see.
It picks up your electrical charge, so it goes to that.
They call
I'm a
them
scientist.
plasma globes a lot of times.
Yeah, I'm seeing plasma globe here.
You could probably go and see one at your local science center after signing up for AmeriCorps using the link below.
I don't have the
Not
link.
Primerica.
Shit.
You guys,
AmeriCorps, not Primerica.
Yeah.
honestly,
Don't do what I
AmeriCorps bought up a big campaign because of everything going on.
COVID.
With COVID, yeah, that's why they're doing that. So they're buying airwave space essentially.
Yeah.
Which is
So-
cool. We've got a few of those in the past too, like the Don't Drink and Drive. We actually, because of our audience, we got the Don't Get High and Drive ad campaign.
Yeah, we also got the one that
before.
was like "Don't put things in your butt" campaign. And we never got re-signed for that one.
Except actual maniacs, obviously.
Oof,
Clearly.
definitely no. God, no.
Yeah, no.
I'm proud to
Thank
be
you guys
an
for
American.
Thank you guys for teaching me who, because like I always hear about Nick Fuentes. Like I never knew who he was or what he looked like. This is interesting shit.
Now you can put a white face to the name.
Oh my god! It does bother me though that all these people use the phrase degenerate to just describe like anything they're not doing at that exact minute.
That's
it's like,
right.
can you think of something more degenerate than like your Johnny Rockets Catboy date? I sure can't. Well, like
the most.
But this guy's gonna give a cross-dresser crap at CPAC for being like a MAGA lady. Like, God, come on.
I don't like it when men dress up like women. You're ruining the one thing I like about men, their sexy, rugged manliness.
Exactly. So I just sent 3 pictures to the chat, and you tell me who's the better cat boy after looking at those.
Okay, hold on. I have to fix you.
You tell me.
I do like how Catboy had a horse cock in his hand. You think he was dog whistling Vaush? Kid, he got
I guess the
clouds.
pictures I posted are cat man.
Hey, that's
Now
not.
that's a cat.
Is that high def photo of you, Scott?
That's a high def photo of me.
Yeah, that. I haven't seen you like this with the current camera. This is high definition.
Let's see.
Well, who's this chonky fucking cat?
This one was taken more recently.
Who's this chonkin' cat?
This is after my home workout routine.
Is your cock bulge gonna lactate? Okay,
And that's me being cute. That's a feeling cute might delete later.
All right, I guess if I had to choose between a cartoon version of you and regular Catboy, I would choose you 100%.
Regular Catboy.
Yeah, regular Catboy is
I mean,
nothing.
if I had a better camera, it would look more like the pictures.
Yeah.
Lolly socks.
Based in red lolly socks is actually based in red pilled, and his dick tastes like strawberries.
Which would be a great selling point. Who doesn't like strawberries?
Yeah, I mean, if dicks tasted like strawberries, I would reconsider.
Nope, not strawberries. This tastes like man flesh.
No, this tastes like other dick. Only twice.
The other white meat.
So I think we're going to do the post show soon. I think one more time we're going to do it on Twitch. So we're going to Twitch, twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants. If you guys want to see us there, that's where we will be.
Hey,
on Twitch.
To answer Boobery in the chat, is all male furries gay/bi? No, just most.
Just the overwhelming majority.
The best ones.
I'm a man without a country.
Just the S tier of furries are.
Just the S tier.
The cream of the crop, and they do make cream.
Yeah,
do not put it on crops.
I'm D rank.
Ew.
I'm at best D rank because I'm straight. It's tough out there.
It's a struggle.
I feel oppressed.
You're
I feel
a
like
minority.
This whole, I am a minority. I feel like this whole thing is really about me, and here's what.
Oh my God. Wow. So how you feeling, Billy?
I want to do a pee.
So do I. I think we're gonna. So this is what we're gonna do. Everyone should go to Twitch right now. Twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants. Over there, I'm just gonna start streaming live. I don't know if you guys are going. Have a good night. If you want to come to Twitch with us, that's cool. There's gonna be like a cool down time between now and then.
I need to eat or I will die.
All right, do not die.
I gotta wake up early tomorrow for my stupid ass day job. But thanks for having me on. This is a lot of fun.
Do your thing.
You know what?
Talk
It is
about
a
your
lot of
cool
fun.
stuff that you guys do.
We love, yeah.
Scott, you want to go first?
Sure. ProWrestlingTees.com/Scott Henson. where you can buy things like that art that was posted, and some more reasonable ones too. Or if you want to skip the middleman and you don't need a shirt, paypal.me/not Scott Henson, even though it is actually me.
It's him.
And then for me, I've been doing just every couple of weeks a fun YouTube call-in show on my YouTube channel. We have big, crazy topics like which cartoon character tastes the best, or next week, our next show, we're all going to collectively write Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Joe, did you hear that? Call-in show, Joe. Joe
likes call-in.
Joe invented the call-in show.
More evidence that Asterios and Joe love each other.
Fuck.
Just moving right on. And you can go to, and so if you subscribe to me at youtube.com/Asterios, you'll get a notification when we go live. We're like every other Saturday night. And if you're looking for more podcasts, obviously you got to subscribe to the Drunken Peasants podcast that they talked about at the top of the show. While you're subscribing, subscribe to the Loudest podcast, which is my show with my co-host Sarancha, and it comes out every Monday, and it's a lot of fun. So youtube.com/Asterios, search for the Loudest podcast, and thanks for having me on.
We love having you on. Thank you again, Asterios.
Oh, one last thing.
Scott.
Hobbit Coffee. Is Hobbit Coffee gone forever?
Yeah, it's gone because what happened was the Tolkien estate refused to re-sign the marketing deal with Denny's. So even though there were 3 Hobbit movies, there was only one Hobbit menu, which was fucking terrible because it was the best menu Denny's ever had.
Do you remember that shit?
Hobbit Coffee?
Yeah.
I don't eat at fucking Denny's.
You never did?
I did. I fucking hated it. Scott, how many times we went to a Denny's and I caused a fucking ruckus?
Bill.
Yeah.
Okay. I
was the original protester when it comes to Denny's.
And I'm 1,000% on your side. Because after you do a backyard wrestling show in Middle America with 25 people, there's not that many dinner options at 1:30 a.m.
Oh, I know.
So you go to fucking Denny's, and it's the worst. I've never left a Denny's going, that was a good decision.
Denny's was like growing up in Middle America. Denny's is where all the goth kids drank free coffee all night. Like that South Park shit was totally true. That was totally true.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard when I saw that because that's true.
Denny's locally.
Yeah. All
One
right.
time I said at the Denny's
don't go to
booth, and we got a
Denny's if I
free
don't
syringe.
have to.
Free syringe. Before we end this, there was something Scott said earlier during his show. He said if you wanted to skip the middleman, how great would a wrestling gimmick for a manager be if his name was Skip the Middleman? And he was,
oh my God!
That would,
who like skip the middleman.
That would be so fun. And all he did was hook up matches for people and like
like out in the concession area or whatever.
He's like, hey, I'll get you a title match. And he's like, he comes out and gets the fucking wrestler a title match. He comes out and
he takes way too big a commission.
Yeah, that'd be fucking great.
Oh, speaking of which, when is 321 going again?
Who fucking knows?
When the border opens up, maybe the Scott will be back.
Yeah, because I was wanting to get you in here
eventually. The border has to open, and they have to allow shows with crowds, neither of which is currently happening. So,
I went to a restaurant yesterday and sat down.
Yeah,
for the first time since all this happened.
They're opening around here again.
Oh wow!
I had Korean barbecue.
Yeah. Yeah, they are opening around here. That's why I was wondering, because we got to get Scott in the studio, because when wrestling is happening, he's down here every now and then. So he's frozen.
Am I back? Am I back?
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
when I'm allowed to cross the border again,
which will be sooner than later, I hope.
Yes.
Hope.
Probably before Billy can cross the border. All right.
Oh, most certainly.
We are going to Twitch now. We're going to start streaming there live. Good night to everyone who's leaving. Bye. See you.
Thanks, guys.
Later.
Bye.
MOUSE.
Oh, shit.
I should turn off that goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TV, are they gonna touch me?
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.